man.
What's up, bitches?
And
Oh,
it is BJFF and Johnny Anchors coming at you with a Mortal Sportsman. We are, Johnny Anchors is celebrating one of his hits that just hit, literally
yes.
before we were going live. McKinnon scores the first goal in Canada versus Sweden in the Four Nations tournament. So, Johnny Anchors just hits 1,300 points in our fucking league. Let's go. Cheers to that, my guy.
Cheers to that. Bang.
That's not even that's not that's not even top brass. You know that, right?
I don't care, man. I'm coming for the top spot.
At,
I'm getting close.
I'm not even saying score wise. I'm saying top brass for biggest hit.
Yeah, who cares? I already got that down.
No, you
I
don't.
think it's me. Is that me?
No, it's not you.
Who is it? You?
SP.
Us Fizzle, that little fucking fizzle. All
Well,
right, so for the newbies listening, quick recap of the comp. Take bets, 3 bets a week worth 1x, 1 bet a week worth 2x, 52-week season. We got 11 guys now, thanks to a newbie
11.
that we grabbed up this past weekend while we were watching UFC.
Graz.
Graz is a good time. You like Graz?
I do like Graz.
Graz is fun. You were talking to Graz as a girl. Well, not like that, but like you guys were talking for a fucking minute. You guys literally put me to sleep.
Yeah, we did.
That and the Strickland fight.
Where I know I can get Graz on the show. I'm hoping to get Graz's girlfriend on the show. There are some stipulations to that we are trying to work through. She was supposed to talk to somebody today about it. Hopefully, I learn some more about it tomorrow.
She was blacked out.
She knows about it because I've reiterated it to her. But
yep.
Big
news.
News.
Real quick, in honor of Canada scoring the first goal of the Four Nations and me getting points off it, Labatt heavy.
There you go.
I also have no more blue light.
We hopefully will have some very big news for the Leaving Earth podcast and a exclusive interview. Hopefully.
Oh, really?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Graz, I know, will definitely come on. Hopefully, he'll get on with one of these sports episodes. This episode is opened up to everybody in the comp, so we might. Rumble Studio can handle up to 9 people, so we might have people jump in. I know Turks and Caicos was looking at it. Scrots, a lot of people that people don't know about that
coming in tonight.
That could be coming in. I know they looked at it. I don't know if they come in, but I hope they come in because it would be a hell of a time.
Big fucking dog with the 1300. God, it feels good. I needed that. I just needed it. I needed it.
You know, I gotta pick up the pace because now you are ahead of me, and I just can't have that.
I already was, by the way, before that bet hit.
I'm still the holder.
Give it up for the champ. Give it up for the champ. You know, the year's going by pretty quick, man. We're already halfway through February.
I know.
Don't get too comfortable with that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we still have some juicy things to come. So,
yes, we do. We got some decent topics tonight. What are we going to roll with? Obviously, Four Nations.
Four Nations. Our UFC 312 recap because we were there. We were both watching it, and we watched the whole thing. I don't know what you did.
Yeah.
Then we can go into the Super Bowl. I got some theories on the halftime show, as everybody does.
Oh boy. All right, of course. We are a conspiratorial sports podcast after all.
So, yeah, where do you want to start? Well, I mean, we're watching hockey, so why don't we start with hockey?
Watching Four Nations. So, I meant to send this to you earlier. My bad. It was kind of a shit show getting everything done today. It's a lot going on. Oh, my McDavid just fucking dangle sauced the shit out of somebody. Didn't score, though. Unbelievable move. He is so goddamn good. Okay, let's start with Four Nations. Four Nations, by the way, this is a 0%er. Literally 0%. Lippy, Millie, this is just for the sensation.
That's just
for the sensation. Okay. So, question for you before we get into the Four Nations. Did you even know this was happening before like a week ago?
No. Before a week ago, absolutely not. I only heard about it from you, and I had no idea. I like the jersey choice, by the way. What is that?
Okay, so this is John Nasty Morasty.
Oh, that's the Russian dude, right?
He's actually, well, he's Canadian. I think he's from Saskatoon, somewhere up north, real, small
Uni.
town Canadian kid.
Okay.
The Legend of John Nasty Morasty. I appreciate you bringing it up because I was going to get into it. This is actually a Kazakhstani team
That's
from
what it is. Yeah.
from the KHL, but it's John Nasty Morasty. Baris Astrana is the team. I actually have his number. Fun fact: me and Morasty texted at one point. He wanted to buy this jersey off me. I was like, bro, get your own. It was your fucking jersey. I also paid DH gate and waited like 6 months for this fucking thing to come in. So no, sorry.
It's mine.
I was like, I guess I actually told him, I guess I can give it to you. So how it happened was a quick diversion off of Four Nations. Why not? John Nasty Morasty, look up his fight.
Why not?
We should end it, or even while we're on it, if you're able to look it up, just look up any John Nasty Morasty fight. He's basically was a UFC fighter in the mid 2000s to late 2000 range, back when there was like the real, each team still had one or two guys that would just, their only job was to go out there and fight. He did it mostly in the AHL, so he was a minor league player for his entire career, but he was a UFC fighter on skates. He had the shaved head, the fucking mohawk like Chuck Liddell. He would let people fucking hit him. He'd be like, come on, hit me fucking harder. He also got knocked out a lot. But his buddy, because he played in Syracuse for a while, his buddy was playing at a tournament I was playing in, one of the tourney of beers. And he was like, yo, I know that guy. I'm like, no fucking way you know John Nasty Morasty. He's like, yeah, he's my boy from Syracuse. I was like, okay. He goes, I sent him a picture. He goes, he fucking loves it, dude. He wants the jersey. Like, I don't know, Mr. Morasty. Like, I respect you and all, but like, I pay good money for this. It's a nice jersey. I will give it to you. He's like, he probably thought for a moment. And here's actually another fun fact. He's in that show, Shoresy, which is like a Canadian classic hockey show right now that everybody should watch. He's a character in that. So he's on tour right now doing exhibition games and fighting people for real in exhibition games.
Well, here's some John Nasty Morasty fights.
Mr. Morasty.
So
That's a young Morasty right there. He's 51 in red. He's never the biggest one. Usually the smaller guy in the battle. But he just liked to get after it. In an era where guys just chuck knucks.
Holy shit, dude.
Like these guys just chuck knucks.
Jesus.
They just chuck knucks. Like just teeing off, constant.
Not worried about what's coming back.
No,
fucking throwing.
Absolutely no respect for your own health and mental well-being. Because that is, he took a lot more punches than he landed. Let's put it that way. But he was always game. Look at him. Not giving a fuck.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, he's a showman.
Entertained.
Oh, yeah, he's a showman. Oh, I'm so happy we got.
Oh my god!
Give Morasty his flowers early on in this episode.
Dude, get him into fucking UFC. He's throwing some right hooks, left hooks. Jesus.
And the fact is that, like, this is a good one. This is a good long one. He's, the guy's way bigger than him that he's going up against. He's definitely fighting up a weight class. But the fact that he can just stand there, like how they stand there still on their skates.
Yeah.
Well, just blow after blow. Most people in the world, like 99% of the people in the world, can't skate at all. Okay? So this guy might not have been a great hockey player, but Jesus Christ, did he have some fucking balance on his blades when he was just fucking chucking nuts, just fucking letting it rip. I love me some Morasty. Okay, so there's my jersey. There's the story of John Nasty Morasty. Look him up.
I like that was nice.
Yeah, so that was a good segue.
Four Nations. What is it? Why are we doing it? What the fuck? Right in the middle of the season, taking 2 weeks off, just saying, fuck it, we're matching you boys up by country and we're going to see who the fuck's the best.
Like, I thought you'd have a third question.
Why are there only four?
Yeah, why one country was left out?
I think we can all tell why one country was left out, but I don't think it's a.
We'll get into it.
I don't think it's a true test of the world of nations if we're leaving.
I have a new theory about the next tournament. This is the first time they've done something like this besides like the World Cup of Hockey. The World Cup of Hockey had more teams, I believe. I think it was in '96, and it was USA versus Canada in the gold, and that game was like marred with like violent fights because they play by NHL rules, I think. So you can fight. And international rules, if you fight, you get kicked out of the game. I'm pretty sure they're playing by NHL rules in this too, like the World Cup of Hockey's. Anyways, Four Nations, what it is, an absolute scam of a fake Olympics by the NHL, but it's also sick. So the NHL, to give you some perspective, back back when they like first said like, you know what, no more. We're not allowing NHL players. We're not allowing our best players in our league to go play in the Olympics for no money. They're like, fuck you. We want to play. We don't make that much money in the NHL.
Yeah.
You know,
That's why they're
they
playing
wanted to fucking play.
Year.
Exactly. So again, your point of why it's in the middle of the season, hate it, but it's also it makes sense at a point of like conditioning. They're at their peak. If this was a summer tournament or like an after the season like they wouldn't care or they wouldn't be in the best shape. Also, those players probably just don't want to play hockey during their off season at all. So you
Okay.
have to do it, unfortunately, in season, with the best players in the league. So the NHL puts this thing together. They
Okay.
say, how do we now shift it into just making it very simple? 3 sites actually: Toronto, Montreal, and Boston. So Europe's completely left out of even hosting it. That's why I think Finland and Sweden are at a pretty big disadvantage, just because they're not going to have any home crowd at all.
You don't know that.
Well, there'll be some there. I see some yellow jerseys in the crowd there. See a fucking red, but there's a few yellows there. When it's Finland, Sweden, how does that like? Who goes to that thing? But what was the other thing you'd ask? You'd ask what it is. It's basically four team round robin typical tournament. Believe it's just to semis. They reseed it into a playoff, or it might just be the top 2 teams in the championship. Might end up being that.
Okay.
I actually do not know specifically that. I should have looked that up beforehand. God damn me. But I think it's sick. It's the best players in the world playing in USA, Canada, Finland, Sweden. Now, prediction time.
Okay.
Prediction time.
Ding.
Russia obviously left out.
Yeah.
Which is a travesty because they would easily have a top 2 or 3 team. I mean, it's hard to judge. The only team that kind of sucks in this is Finland, and they're okay. I mean, they got good goalkeeping and some decent players, but like Canada's a powerhouse. USA is going to be good. They're not as powerhousey, but they're going to be good. And Sweden's pretty good too. Like those 3 teams are really good, but Russia should have been that 4th fucking team. They really should have. Like, I'm sorry. It's we need to get past this whole, they have players. Make it like the Olympics. It's stupid if you'd have to do that, like Olympians from Russia, but like that is the best. That is one of the best teams. That's where that supplies some of the best players in the world, and you are not allowing them to play in this tournament that's supposed to be the international showcase of the NHL. It's not a good look.
Why wouldn't you make this like the Pro Bowl?
They have that. It's an all-star game.
So why? Just
why do it?
Yeah.
Because the teams are sick. It's like playing NHL with Team Canada with all NHL players. And again, like I said, the Olympics didn't allow, or NHL didn't allow their players to go to the Olympics. So the last Olympics was full of fucking amateur players, mostly minor leaguers. Like it was a majority, and then the others, one of the best teams in the league would have been like either Czech or Russia, and that because they have the KHL players. Like that's like next in line for the NHL. It's truly probably the second best league in the world. It's not as much of a minor league like AHL or other leagues where it's like more of a farm system, like young players or career, farm system players. The KHL's got some really good teams and just players that play Russian style to be good together. Now, my prediction though.
Okay.
Real quick on my prediction.
Yeah, go ahead.
Trump is going to bring world peace. And his crowning achievement, his finest moment, is going to be taking 4 nations to 6 nations with Czech Republic and Russia. 2026. Got to end the war in Ukraine first. But that is my prediction.
Defining moment?
You couldn't sense my sarcasm? I thought I was laying it on pretty quick.
But he said it like his defining
Definitively,
moment. Yeah.
to me, it would be a crowning moment. You know,
Okay.
not
Okay.
necessarily, but
I
exposing
don't.
the
I don't.
cabal, saving child trafficking, completely shutting down the border, kicking out all the illegal. Sure, sure, sure. Those are some crowning achievements that he
Finding
could achieve. But
fraud.
to me, yeah, finding the fraudulent, he's already doing that.
I know.
We'll get into that too. I mean, I can't wait. That guy, not to get off, but Mike Metz is going on Rogan. That
Not
Metz
that
guy
guy.
is gonna.
That's not that guy.
He's not that guy.
No, we have that guy.
Oh, he is not that guy. You're right. Sorry,
What
that
are
guy.
you thinking? I said
But yeah,
I said I would be that guy somewhere out, and he's like, I'm that guy. Can't take it. He's like, whoa. That's
okay.
his
That guy.
identity, bro. I mean, I'm not.
He
knocking
takes
it,
that
but
very seriously.
that's his identity. Is he is that guy? All right.
He takes
So
it very seriously.
what is? Does this mean anything to the players? Do you think?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
this is
Or else they wouldn't go. Or else they wouldn't do it.
all country pride, and this is their Olympics because they can't go to the Olympics. Got it.
Yes. So not only did the NHL allow them to go, but the NHLers wanted to do it because they weren't in the Olympics, and it's easier, right? They don't have to travel to fucking Japan
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
wherever the Olympics are held. They just do it in Boston, Montreal, Toronto. Very regional player, places. Half the guys probably play in those places.
So who do you think is going to reign supreme?
Well, the odds
You're
makers
kind
like
of
Canada.
with dual citizenship there, buddy.
Yes, I am. Well, like I said, we're a little worried about my own citizenship right, being born here as the son of an immigrant. But luckily, mother is a citizen. And I don't think I told you this before either. This is hilarious. So
Your
my
father's
dad, my father, Canadian,
citizen.
right? He's a Canadian citizen, yes. And
He's a United States citizen, is he not?
no. He's a permanent resident of the United States. He
Okay,
is
well, he came
not a
legally,
citizen.
so you're
He
good.
came legally. He's
You're
a
good.
legal immigrant.
Yeah,
Yeah. He did it the right way at the age of like 3 or 4.
there you go.
But his loyalties lie deeply with Canada. He used to go up there every summer. We won't go off into
Be the first
dad stories.
state. Okay,
We won't go off into dad stories, but obviously he still roots for Canada.
red
He
tomato.
messaged me. He texted me before we hopped on here, and it was right before they did the Canadian national anthem in French, which sounded like someone vanning out. And it was so bad. But before that, they did the Swedish national anthem, and he goes, "Well, hey, it's not the black national anthem."
That's terrible. Funny, but terrible.
I was like, well timed. He's probably 60, couple J's down, and I was like, there you go, pops.
Killing it.
Way to show your age, boomer.
Killing it.
He's probably pumped. They scored early on. Oh yeah, but yeah. So my loyalties align with the country that I represented in playing hockey, which is USA Hockey. I always root for USA Hockey.
USA.
Oh, yeah. If Canada's playing Sweden, I'm rooting for Canada.
Yeah.
I'm playing Finland, Canada, Russia, Canada. Like if Canada is my team too, of course. But USA versus Canada is like nothing else, man, because USA recently and USA Junior has been beating Canada a lot. And they take that shit seriously. Their whole country watches the USA Junior. Most Americans don't even know what that is. Okay.
I do.
You do. Junior's great. It's great. It's great puck watching. It's the future of hockey playing against each other in a international and it's every year, every single year. And they've won it the last 2 years. So it's like, you get a little to your cousins up north. You're like, fuck off, dude. USA Hockey. Do or die. The cousin's like, I love that chant, but fuck you. Yeah. But to answer your question is USA and Canada are joint favorites at plus 175. I think Sweden was at like plus 330 and Finland was like plus 650. So no one's really giving Finland a shot. Sweden's good, but they're not on home turf. I'm hoping, and what I think NHL is hoping, is it comes down to USA versus Canada in the final, and it's balls out, buddy. These are teammates on teammates, guys that respect one another for years, and they're fucking grueling it out for their country. One game for the gold. I think they care. I think they care a lot.
All right.
It's a very unique sport where most people wouldn't probably care. Maybe soccer, but they do the World Cup, and again, I don't think they get paid for that. So
Yeah.
that's a huge pride thing. It's really like soccer and hockey. I have a huge pride about because if you think about it, maybe basketball, but not really, because USA just stomps everybody.
Yeah.
Like there is a shot of almost every one of these top powerhouse countries winning it. So it's a truly international sport. People are like, "Oh, basketball is an international sport." Well, it's getting better in European, but what was it, Team Europe versus Team USA? It's not really a
Yeah.
Olympic or international event.
120-12.
Yeah, to be entertaining, and USA has lost games to people in basketball, which is hilarious. But yeah, I fucking love it. Right now, let's put it in perspective. Canada's up 1-0, 7 minutes left, 6 shots on goal. Sweden 0. I actually haven't seen the puck leave Sweden's zone since glancing up. So you
All
gonna
right.
take any bets on it? You gonna get into it
I got Jack Eichel first goal scorer, bitch. That's tomorrow.
tomorrow night? Who they play Finland? I take it. They're gonna roll Finland. They're
I
gonna
hope Eichel gets
roll
the first one. And you know what? Eichel gets
Canada again. Marchand.
Guess who is more points than you for tomorrow there, buddy?
Okay. What's Jack Eichel first goal scorer at?
Plus 1,600.
Okay.
And it's my lock.
Oh boy.
I think that's
so you did go you went a bit all in on the Four Nations.
I think it's a pretty good bet. I also went in on fucking Luka and Butler on the new trades, and they both asked out. Fucking dicks completely fucked me for the week. I need Jack Eichel to hit so I can hit a fucking bet this week.
So you took Luka what?
I took Luka because I thought he was just gonna ball out for a triple double.
Oh yeah, he barely played.
Didn't fucking do dick, and then I took him for an egregious amount of assists, like 9+ assists, because I thought he was gonna ball out in a triple double. Hey, I'll double dip a little. And then I took Butler for 25, a fucking modest 25 fucking points. I think he hit fucking 17. Some shit. Like, what the fuck, you fucks? Butler's not playing for fucking like 6-7 weeks.
I was gonna say Butler's been there for a while.
Yeah.
I can't get into the NBA.
I can't either. I will not bet on them. I won't bet them again in the comp for the rest of the year. Never.
Okay, we'll hold you to it live here.
Unless I can fucking bet that LeBron is just gonna die, then I'll bet that because I think he's gonna fucking die.
Well, we'll see. He's looking as young and slender as ever, only because they got Luka now, and he's like, "Ooh, I got a guy, a new guy I can torment."
Yeah.
How many more years the guy's even gonna play? God only knows. But fuck NBA. I like it though. I hate the Eichel pick.
You hate it because
I almost wore the Eichel jersey tonight
because it could hit. That's why you hate it, huh?
Yeah.
It's very lucky. Well, I think it's going to be Sam Reinhart or Jack Eichel, and I probably just jinxed myself.
Well, Reinhardt's Canadian, so take a shot.
I thought Reinhardt was okay.
Nah, Reinhardt's Canadian. He's playing. Reinhardt actually had the best odds at first goal scorer of this game, believe it or not. I liked McKinnon though.
Who the fuck am I thinking about? Who's on USA? Crosby?
Matthews. Matthews is probably the number one. I'd say Matthews and Eichel probably had the top 2 odds.
No,
I mean, you got the Chuck brothers.
Eichel was down.
It's not actually, yeah, close. Plus 1,300 is probably like the 5th or 6th best odds.
Plus 16.
You know what? While we're on the Four Nations, if you could just type in any article that says Four Nations rosters, and let's just roll through them, because most of them show which team they play for. Canada's roster is just loaded with the best. Dude, a team with McKinnon and McDavid is disgusting, let alone the fact that everybody else in their team is just goated. Cal McCarr, fucking Marchand is like probably a 3rd or 4th liner on that team, and just buries a sweet goal. It's too easy for them because they're just They also just love playing for fucking Canada so much. It is their true pride.
All right, so you want to roll through this?
Yeah. All right. Let's see. What do we got? We're right at the top. So Canada. I mean, the name that sticks out, obviously Crosby. Gotta give him his flowers. He's been 3 times Stanley. Been a while since he won one, but still was the face of the league for a decade. Mitch Marner's good. McDavid, Braden Point. You got your boy Reinhardt on there. Mark Stone's a good pick because it's aggressive. It's like a tough guy type of pick, and their defense is just like, I mean, that's a who's who of everybody. Cale Makar is best player, one of the best players in the league. He just happens to be a defenseman. Morrissey's great. Perriako's good. Doughty's a little old. They kind of threw him a bone there, but he's still good. Shea Theodore, fucking Devin Tays. That team, their goalie with Jordan Binnington is the one thing that scares me because he could be a head case. Aiden Hill should be fine, though, to kind of play probably most of it. I actually didn't see who's playing this one, but that team's goated. All right, let's see who you thought you were going to take. This team was good.
I think it was the Tkachuk, Matt Tkachuk.
Yep. Him and Brady, his brother, it's probably a dream come true to be able to represent their country in the same fucking team. Jack Hughes dropped out. I actually don't know who they picked up for him late because he said he was hurt and he bitched out. But yeah, Eichel, Getzel, Kreider. That's a weird pick. Dylan Larkin's fucking nasty and fast as shit. Austin Matthews, one of the best players in the world. Brock Nelson's like 38, but he looks like he's 50. He's probably there just for like the experience and the grinderness of how he plays. And Trocheck too is fucking sick. Like, that's a great team. Their defense is studded. Got another Hughes brother out there. Charlie McAvoy, I also put up there as top 5 defenseman in the league. Fox is solid. It's the goalies is what really gets me for that is Connor Hellebuyck, top goalie in the fucking league. Ottinger, pretty good. Swayman, great. Probably having kind of a bad year for Swayman, but they should be fine with Hellebuyck. That's 2 unbelievable teams. Now you look at Finland. Okay.
They got Aho.
They got Aho, sure. One of them, the better one. They got Capo Caco. I like him. Patrick Laine's good. Mikko Rantanen's very good. Tara Vinen's not bad. Just plays for a shit team. Same with Granlund. And I got Barkov, big body, can bang around in front of the net. It's not a bad team when you look at it, but like then they get to their defense and it's like, eh. And I can't remember who dropped out. Someone dropped out. Oh yeah, Uka. Someone dropped out on their D squad and they had to pick up Yoki Haru for the Sabres. And he is fucking awful. And it's like, really? They don't have any other Finnish player that can play? He's not that bad, but it's like, okay, if that player is playing for their team, they suck. Like, he's barely a starter in the NHL and he's representing Finland. Good goalkeeping though. You use Saros for Nashville Predators as a stud. He's the starter. He'll definitely play well.
All right. Now Sweden.
All right, Sweden down 2-0 now. They finally got their first shot on goal here in this game.
They got Nylander.
Yeah, he's good. Nylander's good.
That how Zibanejad has mopped up for that guy in the past.
So Zibanejad's having a god-awful year, but they really don't have anyone better to play. Elias Pettersson, probably the best player, I would say, on the team, even though he's not, I guess, it was listed as a starter. I think he's all right. I mean, Nyquist is all right. Nylander's good. So
names that I know, so I'm just
William Carl. They got a lot of older guys. Philip Forsberg's good too. Like, he's a little older. Jesper Pratt's actually really good from the Devils. I like the way he plays. Dahlin, our boy from the Sabres on defense, they just showed a clip of him out on the bench being like, I don't actually know how to play defense. I just need to play fucking forward. Can someone give me the puck so I can play forward? Breakaway, Marchand, fucked it up. Victor Hedman, great, solid defenseman. He should hold the line for him for the most part.
That was awesome, by the way. Breakaway Marchand, and he fucked it up. Back to this. All right. Oh, that was awesome. I don't even know these goalies.
So
Gustafsson?
Allmark used to be a saver before they tried to fuck up his career, and they sent him to Boston, and he ended up winning a Vezina or whatever, one of the goalie of the year awards. And I think I probably would say Gustafson is starting. I couldn't tell who it was. I actually can't tell even who the fuck that, just because they don't have their normal goalie and their numbers are all fucked up. But I'll figure it out. It looks like Bennington is in net. Yeah, I think it's Bennington for Canada, and not sure who's on the Swedish side. But I mean, you read the names. Who'd you know more of? USA and Canada.
It's got to be USA and Canada. I don't see how it's not. Unless Zibanejad and Nylander just hook up and just finally have some fucking outstanding games. But
He's out there now. He's being Zibanejad. He just turned the puck over.
no, he's fucking it up. I mean, you said.
I will say this: the likelihood of USA Canada is what seems to be the consensus. But crazier shit happens, and if it's a knockout style where it's like all four go to a semifinal, you never know what could happen in one game.
Yeah, that's the shit right there.
You want it to be USA Canada because that would get the best ratings in North America, and that's where the NHL plays and their main network or their main what's the word I'm looking for, audience or whatever,
viewership.
Yeah, demographic, whatever.
There you go. That's a good word.
I hope it is, but to me, it would have to be a catastrophic failure by one of those teams. So far through the first period of one game where Sweden I thought would kind of hang somewhat tight.
2-0.
It's like Canada should be fine.
2-0.
The pressure would be on. Yeah, it's 2-0, and Cale Makar is Russian. I got a little play-by-play for you here. It's almost over. But it would be on USA to kind of fuck it up.
Yeah. I don't know. With the way that sports are going, I would imagine that we would get a hay burner for hockey because let's face it, hockey comes in clutch. When something needs to happen, hockey gets it done. I mean, last year or during COVID,
I'm talking about just for betting or just
in general, because last year, or not last year, but during COVID, I'm pretty sure hockey had like an all-out bench brawl on the middle of the ice. Like, that's what we needed. That's exactly what we needed. To just seeing some grown men empty the bench to go fight some dudes. That's the shit to get our minds off of what the fuck's going on around us. Hockey's clutch.
Did that happen?
I think so.
I don't remember. I feel like it's been like almost 30 years since the last bench clearing brawl. I mean,
I'm pretty sure that
brawls.
Yeah, okay. So, like, the entire team on the ice, goalie included, fucking just went at each other. And
that happens about, if you're lucky, once a year. And I think it happened in the playoff, like you said, like it was like a designed, like, okay,
we need to get people's attention here, so fuck it.
Yes. Well, there's always a reason for a line brawl, too. And it's usually an interpersonal thing. I recall, God, I want to say it was before COVID. It was not too much before, maybe around it. I have to look it up, but like Trevor Gillies was playing for the Islanders, and so basically, from what I recall, right, an Islanders star player, was hurt by this team against the team, like in a few games before. They did a fucking move straight out of the movie Slapshot, and they just brought in all these fighters for the next game, and they just loaded them up on the first fucking puck drop of the game. And you knew what everyone was there for. The whole crowd standing, like, drop, five guys all at once. Boom, we're fucking going. Like, it was like theater. And they would just throw guys out. I think like they had to play most of the game with a very short bench, because nowadays the NHL doesn't want that, right? If they know it's a designed thing, if it was planned. A fight happens in a game. It's two guys on the ice. Something happens. There's a hit. There's something like it. No big deal. Or if it's just a random like one fight, two guys. Let's do this. No big deal. That's fine. The designed like line brawls, for some obtuse, obscure reason, Gary Bettman, the man who has done more damage to fucking hockey since he is the instigator fucking rule. He's the reason they have an instigator rule. He doesn't understand what makes the average person watch hockey. It's fights. It's
Yeah.
fighting.
Yeah.
I love the game. Don't get me wrong. You do now. Like, you
I
watch
do
hockey. You like
like
the game
hockey.
now. But most people, when they think of hockey, they're like, I want to see a fight.
That's why
That's
they
what
watch
it is.
NASCAR, for the fucking car to flip over. That's the whole reason.
E-
Watch NASCAR. Watch the fucking car flip the fuck over. The last
Exactly.
time, one of those times a dude fucking died. Now I gotta watch every single fucking one of them. Like, that's how it
Yeah.
goes. Like, I gotta
Yeah.
watch to see if it happens.
So it's the same like with why, there's so many reasons to get into why fighting should stay in hockey, but like just for the sole purpose of, like, you have the least watched league of all four major sports. It's kind of always been that way, but it hasn't always been so drastic. Like, there was a time where hockey and basketball were kind of close in competition of each other. Michael Jordan came around and was like, done.
Well, I think they're probably pretty close now. Nobody's watching
Mm-mm.
basketball.
No one we know, but
Well, okay.
people we know do.
I don't want to spend this entire episode on hockey, but I got a fucking
No. We will definitely move on. I promise.
I got a bone to pick, actually, because
Okay.
maybe if hockey didn't fucking make it so goddamn difficult to watch goddamn games, then hockey wouldn't have a fucking problem. Because I can't even watch. Okay, I like Seattle Kraken. Sorry,
He's
but
a
even if
crackhead.
I
I
wanted,
tried to stop him.
but even if I wanted to watch the home team of the Buffalo Sabres, I gotta now get another subscription to this Gotham app. Where, like, why are we in Batman now? And
Yes.
like, what
Thank
the
you.
fuck's going on? Like, why? And half the time that fucking app doesn't work. I hear
It
from my
doesn't work.
kid all the fucking time that I turn it on, it turns right back off. I turn it on, it turns right back off. I restart my entire fucking thing, restart the app, turn it on, it comes in fuzzy. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like,
It's
this is
trash. It's
ridiculous.
trash.
Like, what are we doing?
Hockey needs to get away from the cable aspect of sports television. This is a broader topic, okay? This is beyond hockey. Now, normally I will argue for the fact that I think it's bullshit that you have to get a streaming service to watch a football game.
That
Okay?
started with the Sabres with MSG, didn't it?
Well, MSG was always a on cable. It was a cable channel, right? Like you have to get a local cable, not YouTube TV, not
You still had to
Sling.
pay for that channel because it wasn't in the normal package. So you had to
Exactly.
get the
Well,
package.
back in the days of like hooking your cable up to the fucking wall, it was.
I don't think it was. At least not with
Oh, it
for
was.
DirecTV, because my dad bitched about it all the
DirecTV.
time.
DirecTV was probably different. Again, satellite subscription TV.
I'm just
YouTube
saying.
TV, Sling TV. Like, the only thing that holds local hockey channels, unless you're buying a ridiculous package. Like, my dad pays for the fucking NHL package. He gets every game.
Well, so
But
do
you're
I, but
paying
I'm
extra.
not paying for that. So
You can. Like, yeah. I know you can. What are you bitching about? You can fucking watch it just
I'm not.
fine.
I listen. I can watch whatever fucking game that I want to watch because I got center ice.
Well,
But
there you go.
I hear it from all of the Sabres fans. It's not just my dad. All of the Sabres
Well,
fans.
I had MSG Go. It changed to Gotham. I lost my subscription. I'm
Yeah.
just not even fucking with it anymore. And plus, Sabres suck. There's
Yeah.
no reason to even watch them.
Well,
But
that's
no,
that.
my point of like being on
I'm
a
just saying.
streaming service, like maybe
Well,
not Amazon,
NFL's
like
trying to do the same
Netflix.
fucking shit. NFL's trying to get me to get Peacock, fucking, whatever the fuck else, NFL fucking app, and the fucking all this
Right.
other bullshit to watch
But
all these fucking games. Again,
that's my point.
not my fucking problem because I got fucking ticket. But for all these other people, it's a fucking nuance. Like, why are we going to this where we have to spend hundreds of dollars? I don't have a fucking season ticket. I don't give a fuck. I just want to watch a game when I want to watch a fucking game. Don't tell me I spend $100 to watch a fucking game. It's a game. Yeah, it's a circus. It's something to pass the fucking time.
It's bread and circus.
And it's rigged. Like, what the fuck?
So the NFL is king in this, and this is why I think the NHL should actually get into it, because the NFL knows people will pay for multiple apps, multiple streaming services. They'll put games on
Really
Netflix. They'll put games on Amazon. They'll put games on Paramount. They'll put games on Peacock. Right? Enough people will get them. It works for those organizations. Now, NBC used to have, the NHL, right? They did a shit job of doing it. The NHL never pushed for getting more viewership or more like, promotion, whatever. It's on themselves. It's on Gary Bettman. Fuck Gary Bettman. But here's my thing. WWE is now on Netflix.
Yeah.
Everybody has Netflix.
Nope.
The NHL, well, no, you don't. But the NHL would be smart to pick one of those streaming services that everybody uses, like Hulu. And I think they might even have some games on Hulu.
They do.
But put all of them on Hulu. Every game.
Well,
You can put a few games on TNT. You can put a few games on ESPN. That's fine. No one's paying for ESPN Plus and putting ESPN Plus on their TV. They're watching Hulu. They're watching Netflix. If you throw every fucking game that's not on national TV on Hulu, you will get viewership.
Yeah.
Put it on Netflix. Put it on Prime.
Well, not even
put it on something.
Uh-oh.
Someone in?
Yeah.
Someone coming in?
Well, yeah, someone's coming in. But
oh no, I thought it was a cool person. It's fucking that guy with his full fucking Christian name.
Well, so back to this
full fucking Christian name.
What are you gonna do?
Just kidding, it's his alias. It's his alias. There he is.
Oh, and it's all blacked out. Look at you.
Give me a second.
All right. Well, hang
are
on.
you guys in a competition to see who can look like the old man sooner?
He's winning. He's winning.
Winning.
Let me get to that point though. They already have a YouTube contract for Sunday Ticket. So why don't they fucking partner with YouTube and fucking that could be the streaming service brought to you NFL brought to you by YouTube. Like
NHL. Or are you talking NFL now?
I was talking NFL.
Okay.
NHL can choose any fucking service because they don't have any royalties.
They also just have no viewers.
Yeah, they have no viewers. So fucking put it on one fucking thing. Boom, you're good. What do you got to say, that guy?
Just getting involved. I just picked up my phone and I was looking at the little stream and I saw that a couple of individuals were talking. So I have not listened. I will talk though. What do you got?
Right.
Okay, hear me out.
All right.
The NHL viewership sucks. They can't figure out how to get people to watch games because, as BJFF said, you can't fucking find the goddamn channel that your local team is playing for unless you have some stupid app that doesn't work or you're paying extra for a ticket. My thoughts are, if the NHL just says, fuck all that shit, for every game that's not on national TV, we're putting it on Hulu. We're putting it on Prime because those are streaming services people fucking use more than others.
Prime would be fucking lit.
Well, aren't they on ESPN Plus?
But okay, here's my point. Who is putting on ESPN Plus?
The only time I do is if I'm trying to find like the Pat McAfee show or this past weekend I was in the Phoenix Open, just because I knew
they do have good golf. Yeah, they do have good golf coverage on it, but
that's how you can make the app better.
So that's sports fans. I'm talking about trying to get people who don't watch hockey to actually watch hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back fights, put it on Hulu.
Yeah.
I wouldn't watch ESPN Plus because we're degenerate gamblers.
Yeah.
Degenerate gamblers are going to watch everything. They're going to find a way to watch something. I'm talking about everyday Americans. How do you get them to watch?
I don't think most people have ESPN Plus, honestly.
Exactly.
I
but
think
they got a lot of Hulus out there.
But the thing that
they do, they don't even know they have it because it's with their Verizon subscription.
Or it's through Disney Plus. That's how a lot of you see a ton of people on Disney Plus, and as you're scrolling through Bluey and all your shows, you're like, oh shit, there's a sports happening right now.
Yeah,
there's a sport.
There's a sports happening right now.
So we have been talking hockey for 45 minutes, and we should probably move on to something else. Perfect segue to UFC because now you are here. I need a beer.
Yeah, UFC, man.
UFC. So UFC 312. How do you feel about it?
Is that the one that we just had happen?
Just happened last Saturday, yes.
I think Duplessis crushed him. I don't think Sean Strickland had a chance. I don't think he trained for it. I think he was too worried about his staph infection on his arm.
Oh,
honestly, and I think Duplessis he's got the power to run that fucking division. I don't know who's his number one competitor then at this point.
Dude, we're going down in the list now because
Yeah,
he's beating everybody.
that's the problem
Um,
that you get with some of these title runs. He's only had 2 title defenses, but you have to. The biggest problem the UFC has is you have to get through so many guys to get to a title shot that you've knocked down 5, 6 guys.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna fight? Who's he gonna fight?
Whitaker, I think.
Whitaker's fucking. He's in his 40s. He's
Oh.
old as shit.
I
Wait,
didn't
so
see
you
his
mean to
vote.
say there's no one else besides Duplessis in a league of his own all of a sudden?
Well, I mean, who else? Okay, so Izzy beat everybody. Duplessis beat Izzy. He already beat Strickland. Now he's just going back through the ranks and beating everybody he already
Right.
beat. The only person that could come up or drop down is Kazmat. And I don't think he can drop down because last time he dropped down, he got fucking super sick
Yeah,
and he couldn't fucking fight.
what about the other Australian guy? Fuck. He held the title for the longest time.
Is my shit fucked up on your guys then?
No, you're good. Whitaker.
Is it good? Okay.
No, not Robert Whitaker. The other Australian guy. He's the bald guy. He had hair and then he went bald.
Volkanovski?
No. Hold on. I'm still here. Hold on.
Yeah, you're good. What do you think about
my shit's, I'm gonna hop out and come back in. I'll be right back.
You're fine. You're literally fine.
It's you guys are freezing on my end though. It's very
distracting. Am I freezing? Because he froze because he's got off the camera.
No. I'm frozen. You're frozen. We're all frozen.
All right. Well, all right.
It is cold outside.
I will be back. It is fucking freezing out here. I'll be back.
Had hair, then went bald.
Yeah, he was like I can't remember. Maybe he's not middleweight. Maybe is he the welterweight champion? No. Oh my god! As soon as I find this guy's name, I'll be like, "What the hell?" Oh, Alexander Volkanovski.
Yeah, he's not.
He's a lightweight. Or I'm sorry, he's featherweight. He's way down.
Yeah, he's way down there. Yeah, he used to fight at that weight.
Right.
He used to be a 200-pound rugby player, but then he started fighting.
At some point, you got to figure out how to get people back into the sport. You know what I mean?
I think the play for UFC and people are already calling for it is you get another fight for a champ, and you let Bilal Muhammad go in there and just piece him apart.
He was just at the Royal Rumble 2 weeks ago.
Muhammad?
Yeah. Don't say his name.
Remember the name.
That's what it was. Yeah, I bet you he's close. He's ready to fight.
I'm sure.
The other option that you always have is you have that fake title in the BMF title. You have to start using that for filler fights.
You're gonna have to.
You know, and have it be a women's title. You know, let them fight for the BMF title. That would be cool.
I don't like that.
But at some point, you're gonna have pay-per-views with no fucking title fights. You know, Connor's not coming back. I don't see Connor coming back.
Connor's gonna be the president of Ireland.
God.
Exactly. I don't think he's fighting ever again. Honestly, I don't think he deserves to fight ever again. Did you see your buddy Chewy got kicked out of the UFC?
My buddy Chewy.
Yeah. No, Tony Ferguson.
Oh, well, El Kukui you're talking about?
Yeah, Kukui, whatever. Chewy.
All right. So he should have been gone forever ago.
10 fights ago?
The last 3 fights were just I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna go that fucking route that all of them go and go to like bare knuckle boxing and just get fucked up.
Yeah, and bare knuckle boxing it's tough. Those guys are trained for bare knuckle. Tony
he will probably go to bare knuckle boxing.
So
what did you think about the entire card though?
Can we talk about my boy Chaco?
No.
Fucking Teixeira, why not?
Oh, we can talk about Chaco.
You saw this fight with Chaco and Rafa? What was his name?
Justin Tafa.
He fucking smoked his ass like yesterday's fucking news. I said when he was coming, I was like, did you see this guy's fucking 6'7" with an 83-inch reach? and he's just out there like just. I mean, it was an elbow that fucking got him.
Yeah, but the Tafel brothers, they'll fight anybody. They don't care.
Yeah, I mean, he's a bit of a
they're New
jobber,
Zealanders.
but I just said like I was joking when we were over at we were at your buddy's house, your best friend fucking Swigs,
Oh.
and we we were over we were like I said jokingly at first, but also somewhat confidently, we're all gonna remember where we were the first time Chaco came into the UFC. Chaco's first fight in the UFC. We're all gonna remember where we were. And then he went out there and fucking, what was it, 43 seconds or whatever? Fucking
It was quick.
But then you got another guy like, take for instance, Bo Nickel. He hasn't lost a fight. Where's he?
Is he heavyweight?
No,
He lost the MVP, didn't he?
no, he didn't lose to MVP. MVP beat
I thought Bo Nickel lost to MVP.
No, MVP's that weird black guy.
I know. I'm pretty sure Bo Nickel lost to MVP. Bo
But
Nickel.
did you have a chance to see Chaco? That guy? The legend of Chaco?
No.
What are you didn't see any of the highlights of him roasting Tafa?
No, Bo Nickel, his last fight, he beat Paul Craig at UFC 309. He hasn't fought in a while.
Who did I think lost to fucking MVP?
He just fought at UFC a fight card, a fight night.
We really need a fucking Jamie.
Yeah, no shit.
I love Chaco. I think Chaco's gonna be the heavyweight champion of the world within the next 2 years.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Here's my UFC prediction. By
He was on the-
2027,
Mhm.
he'll be UFC champ.
Oh,
Only 25.
Michael Page beat the.
Ian Machado Gary. That's who I fucking was fucking it up with.
Oh, yes, he did lose to that.
Gary. Yeah, that cuck.
So yeah, why does that one dude he can't fight in the USA because of his eye?
Probably illegal for the whatever commission.
Because he's fucking blind.
Yeah, so why are they letting him fight? Like you can't see.
He's fucking good though.
He lost. Michael Page
He's an
beat him.
animal.
Yeah, I know. Shamarnov or whatever his name is.
Yeah. The Shara Bullet or something like that. That's what.
Yeah, that's what they call him.
But I mean, his eye
Does not sit straight.
doesn't
Not-
even sit.
Did you see that fucking Bisbing gave him his fucking fake eye so he could have both eyes in the one camera?
Oh my god,
Isn't that fucked up?
that is fucked up. The whole.
Fucking hilarious though.
All right, what other sports we got? Any other?
Not to get back into hockey, but your boy Zibanejad just picked McDavid's pocket twice in the same shift. Oh, I'm gone.
So real quick, let's go to NBA real quick.
Oh,
Are we following the Fire Nico problem?
Could give two shits. I could care two. I could care two less.
Have you-
talking about the,
with
the
you.
Fire
Dallas,
Nico problem?
the Dallas Mavericks.
The Mavs. So they're kicking people out for saying fire Nico, who's I guess the general manager. I don't know shit, so I'm just bringing it up.
Seems a bit Stalinish to me.
It's the owners want to take back the league, and you've given millions to guys to become leaders, and
That's a really good take, that guy. I didn't think you were going to come in on that. You want to know why? Because yes, this trade was rigged by the NBA.
Yeah,
It was
It
rigged
had
by the NBA and the Lakers.
but they've done it in the past. They did it with.
Of course they have. They did it with
Chris
Kobe.
Paul. Chris Paul couldn't go to the Lakers because
No, he
he
couldn't.
got voided.
Yes.
So it's a problem that the NBA will always have. You let millionaire guys make decisions for franchises, and then you have billionaires say, "No, I don't want that." And that's it. At the end of the day, they're only playing 40 games a year. You know,
They're playing maybe 60. Come on, give them some credit.
okay.
Before the
so
playoffs.
they get injured for 2 weeks, and then
Guys skip games in the playoffs. They'll skip a game one. They'll skip a fucking game one if their quad's a little tight.
LeBron.
It's unbelievable the lack of dedication those athletes have to playing.
and they
games.
make billions.
They make way more money than
Way
any
more
other
money.
athlete on
And
average.
That's why I don't like that. I don't like the sport. I don't like even college basketball. I could care
So
less.
you know what that reminds me of though? The kick everybody out that's saying fire Nico.
Yeah.
It's like when Sabres fans were bringing in palm trees to the fucking games because their fucking GM was like, we don't have palm trees, we have taxes. I didn't wear it tonight. That guy, I got to show you this
I
fucking
saw
sweater
that.
I got. You saw
Your
the sweater?
It was nice. I like that.
It's
That was really...
it's a great fucking design. But BJ, tell him when you were going to the game.
I didn't understand why there are people bringing in palm trees into a Buffalo Sabres Seattle Kraken game.
But they were in like packages. They were like all of these like
They had-
packaged palm trees.
Bro, the cops had a stack like this of just plastic bags filled with palm trees, like they were going to blow them up.
How do you fix Buffalo? How do you fix the Sabres?
Oh, we're going back to hockey? All right.
Send them to Rochester and you make them the Americans.
Damn.
That's a pretty big take. I mean,
I've had that one for a little while now. Rochester,
Can you just
for whatever reason, can field a good team. The Sabres and Buffalo suck.
Can you take the squad that built that American team and bring them up to the Sabres? Like, can you?
You know what you could do? What they should have done? The coach. He should have gotten the job 3 years ago.
Lindy?
No, the coach of the Amherst. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy.
Yeah.
Just for the whole sake of the fact that I understand that the Sabres do run that team, but how is it that their farm team can be so much better than the pro team every year? It usually goes hand in hand, right? It's usually good NHL team, good farm team, bad NHL team. Very rarely. Sometimes it could be good NHL team, bad farm team because it's like all your best players are up there and we suck at developing, but we got great stars. How is it bad NHL team, great farm team? It makes no sense.
Zero.
It makes no sense. You should, if your better players are down there, fucking send them up. If your better coaches are down there, fucking promote them.
You have nothing to lose. I mean, literally, the worst thing that happened would be players say, "Hey, I guess I'm not worthy of the NHL." A lot of those players are on two-way contracts too, so it doesn't cost them any different.
Like, don't get me wrong, the best players are in the NHL, but somehow your farm team system has been so much better and consistent at winning. It does. Maybe it's like because of how they draft is just a better development team than a pro team. I guess draft differently.
How do you have one or two Buffalo Sabres competing in this 4-team tournament this week? You only got two. That tells you that the players that they've got are not the right fit. Now, granted, they might be young. I mean, Owen Powell's what, 20?
Well, Tage got fucking robbed. He should have been on Team USA.
Okay.
Tage got robbed.
Maybe there's a reason why, because he sucks.
No, I don't. It was more of a boys' club thing, I think. He's kind of always been the outcast. He's lanky. He's weird. He's never really good.
It was a BU buyout. Most of the players are associated to Boston University.
Yeah, that's a good point. Or other powerhouses, yeah.
All right, so
off of hockey, Super Bowl.
Yeah, what do we think about the Super Bowl? Good segue. That guy, what did you think about the Super Bowl? Just the game, not the halftime show.
No, I'm not talking halftime show.
We'll get to the halftime.
Well, Beej will.
I'll get to the halftime show. But
I told my family I wasn't watching the Super Bowl, and then I got yelled at that I was watching the Super Bowl. So
I was in the same boat, but not yelled at. I was like, all right, I'll fucking cave. Like seconds after the national anthem, I was like not hyping up at all, and I go, all right, let's go fucking Eagles.
I guess I'll watch it. I mean, the biggest issue I had was the scoring bug wasn't a problem for me. I didn't mind the scoring bug.
I didn't like it at first, then it grew on me.
Yeah, it was that. I'm more. I was glad that Tom Brady didn't have to hand the trophy to fucking Patrick Mahomes.
That was kind of cool. That was cool. That would have hurt him too,
right?
Which would have been funny. But I also thought it was hilarious that Mahomes' worst games in the Super Bowl have been either when Brady was playing or in the booth.
Mm-hmm. Just got to keep them local. Honestly, I think Philly, they deserve to win. They have a blueprint to win on defense, and defense wins championships.
Vic Fangio, ex-Dolphin.
What did he do in Miami?
Yeah. How did he do in Miami?
He coached them hard, so he got kicked out.
Thank you for saying it. The thought he was coaching them too hard, so they fired him, and he went and won a Super Bowl in Philly.
Honestly, I think if
Ginkle went to the playoffs.
I was happy though that my
bitter Dolphin over here.
My little prediction came true. So I've got one of my 4.
What was the prediction?
It was there'll be no repeat champions this year in the 4 majors.
Wow. Okay. Yep. So you're 1 for 4. You got 3 left.
1 for 4. I'm still chucking along. I think my summer's gonna be pretty easy.
That one I told you was gonna be the biggest fucking hurdle.
That was the hardest one. I was sweated. That was really why I was watching the game. I'm like, man, I really gotta hope this wins.
Hockey should always have a new champion. There's hardly any. It's really hard to repeat in hockey.
Boston,
the Celtics, the Dodgers are going to be okay. I said your first leg and your last leg are going to be the hardest. Dodgers got even better.
Yeah,
so
the Dodgers
that's going to be a tough one.
That's going to be hard.
But again, I can wait till November or end of October.
Are you a Yankee fan?
I am. I've always been.
Well, that's good because then that's what you're rooting for. It's going to be a repeat World Series. It's going to be Yankees Dodgers.
Yankees Dodgers. I'm okay with that.
The Yankees. I want the Yankees to win, and I hate the Yankees, but I hate the West Coast even more. So,
what do you think about Xavier Worthy? Was he worth going and getting him?
He
had 2 touchdowns, didn't he?
At garbage time.
Okay.
Garbage time touchdowns. He looks like he'll be the next Tyreek Hill replacement, but not as good as Tyreek Hill. He's not as big as Tyreek Hill. Like Tyreek Hill is strong.
He's a whole lot.
Worthy's fragile. He's electric. He's going to be good. I'm okay with saying that. He'll probably be better than Keon Coleman.
You think?
Mm-hmm. I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
Yeah.
I really don't think so. I think Keon Coleman is the future of a wide receiver. He's fast. He's big. He can do everything.
That fast.
He
can't go. He can't really hit a deep route, like a deep threat. His twitchiness is more of like, get the ball in my hands and watch me do some shit.
Yeah.
I'll break tackles. I'll bust a move. I keep fucking this up.
Okay.
I got a new setup tonight. It's working better because now it's actually charging my phone. But it's straight up and probably going to fall again at least once or twice.
I would think
Worthy's just fast.
Worthy's just fast. He's a fast
gadget player.
I didn't watch the game, so I don't know. Johnny Akers, what did you think of the game?
Fucking loved it. I was on the side of really not wanting to watch it. I thought maybe putting on Dances with Wolves or Once Upon a Time in America would have been great. 4.5-hour movies to watch over the Super Bowl and halftime show.
Yeah.
But I watched the Super Bowl and was happier and a better man for it. It cleansed the loss, which is weird because usually you want the team that beat you to win because it means that you lost to the champion. And that did happen last year, and it still sucked. Because then you had to listen to them fucking brag all fucking year long and then got right back to the point where it was like inevitable that they're either going to get really close or win. And they got blown the fuck out in front of 123 million people. I think that number's fucking bogus. That's a fucking conspiracy. How did that many more people watch the Super Bowl? There was ever before.
How is it that it's 126 million, but the halftime show that Usher was in was like 200 million?
Okay. To me, it was like, I know multiple people, you included, BHFF, who were like, I watch the Super Bowl every year, and I didn't watch this year.
Didn't watch.
It crushed
a couple different things.
Ratings.
The Nelson ratings this year changed the way that they counted the number of people. So because streaming, right. So because there's a couple reasons. I did some research about it. The first thing was they counted the number of people who have Tubi as numbers. Streaming. Yes. So even though you might not have watched it, you have Tubi, so those numbers got added.
So they're counting like Biden counted jobs. That's that, and they're all getting.
They're counting fake votes.
Yeah, they're counting illegal immigrants. What
They're counting dead people again. They were dead people. Watch the Super Bowl, okay? Dead people fucking watch the Super Bowl.
The other
Fucking Heisman's watching this Super Bowl. What the fuck?
they cherry picked certain markets and counted certain markets. So Buffalo, they did not count Buffalo's market because
Huh?
Oh, they boycotted it.
yeah, Buffalo boycotted it. There's two other
Multiple bars played Puppy Bowl or Josh Allen highlights.
Yeah.
Which to me is a little petty and I think immature as fuck.
A little bit. So, last question before we move on to the halftime show because it was a doozy. As two Bills fans, do you think
This one's directed towards
the
us?
Bills would have beaten that Eagles team?
You want me to go first, that guy?
As
Or you wanna
a
go first?
as a secondary Bills fan, I don't think that I think it would have been way more exciting and not a blowout, but I don't think that they could have overcome that Eagles defense.
Okay,
And
so
I'm sorry to say that, but
do you have Josh Allen winning the MVP?
I had him as the
for the
MVP.
season, yes. For the season,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he would be going into his first Super Bowl as the league MVP. He would have carried that roster across the goal line. I think he would have.
They couldn't get 1 yard against the fucking Chiefs to fucking pass the goddamn to get to the Super Bowl, but
That's
he
what
would have been able to beat the best goddamn team in the league.
With
Yeah.
the goddamn defensive coordinator ever.
No.
way.
Okay, just Vic Fangio is overrated, but
He
he had a great game plan. He had a great game plan. They should put that
fucking book.
They should put his playbook the same as they did to Belichick when he beat Jim Kelly's Bills in the wide right game. They put that playbook in the Hall of Fame. They should probably put Vic Fangio's playbook in the Hall of Fame for this game.
So you don't think
he stopped the three-peat, and he didn't only stop the three-peat, he throttled the fucking three-peat into submission. But he also has the best fucking defensive line in football, maybe in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, their defense is stacked with young, good talent that they're going to have, and they're going to have to get rid of guys eventually. So they got to win like 2 or 3 in a row themselves because you're going to have to start paying these guys. Saquon's going to get old. AJ Brown's going to get old. And like the young players, yes, they're fucking great, but you don't pay anything for them right now. So like once they get their big contract, you're going to lose all those fucking guys. I think I'm kind of on your side though, BJ. I think they would have lost, but it would have been a better game. It would have been more of a shootout. It would have been like
a shootout. I
38, 35,
I think as much as everybody's now talking about the white guy cornerback, I think
Cooper
DeJean, I think that defense as a whole would have gotten Josh Allen picks, would have gotten Josh Allen 3 and outs, would have not really negated his run, but limited his run. And that is your offense. You need big explosive plays, or you need to methodically fucking pressure them with James Cook. And they completely annihilated fucking Saquon Barkley, and he is way better than fucking James Cook. I'm sorry, but he is. They annihilated him. They made Mahomes run outside the pocket every fucking play. Not saying Josh Allen is Mahomes, because I think Josh Allen outside the pocket is way better than Mahomes. But that creates scenarios where the defense and the offense are too combobbled to where you could get a pick. You could get a lot of bad things could happen.
They did have one. The Chiefs had a Hurts threw a really bad fucking pick, like second quarter, I think. It didn't matter because their defense was so fucking dominant. I just think a Bills offense, like you said, could have ran the ball better against the Chiefs defense than the Chiefs did, because the Chiefs didn't really even try.
Well, that's
the ball.
That's a completely different fucking story, because I don't understand how you don't let James Cook in that game.
That lost them the game against the Chiefs. It wasn't a 1 yard play. It wasn't any of that. It really was.
You didn't let
their
James
game plan
Cook go. And I mean, you did for a little bit, and you got all these fucking yards, and then you got a touchdown, and then the very next series, you just said, "Fuck it, we're throwing."
Forgot about him.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
So the offensive line for the Bills, is 10 times better than the Chiefs. So it wouldn't have been a 7-sack night. It would have probably been like a 3 or 4.
Yeah,
it would have got to him, and Josh probably would have thrown a bad pick. But that team, it would have been a better game. But I gotta just say, man, maybe it's Vic Fangio. Maybe it's it's really it's the players. It's Jalen Hurts being Jalen Hurts, gotta say, man, 2 Super Bowls, both games. He lost the first one to Mahomes and won this one. Both games, he outplayed him.
Yeah.
Both games, he played better than Mahomes in the biggest game of the year. He's top 5 at least now.
Oh, really?
He's up
Top
there.
5?
Oh, yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
so
don't get me
who
wrong,
else you
great
got?
fucking team, but it would be, I'm still putting Patty on top. Lamar. No, sorry. Whoa.
Whoa.
Josh. Jesus Christ. I'm taking a shot for this.
All right.
Mahomes, Josh, Hurts, Lamar, Burrow. Sorry, Joe
Okay.
Burrow. You made one Super Bowl one time. Okay. Congrats. And you beat the Bills after Josh Allen got caught cheating with a waitress. All right. Good for you. What have you done for me lately? What have you done for me lately,
I mean,
Joe?
he
Oh, that's
almost
right.
won my
Missed the
fantasy.
playoffs. Missed the playoffs 2 years in a row.
He was,
Bye, Burrow.
he
He's
was pretty
Joe
good on
Brittle.
fantasy.
He's Joe. Yeah. He had a great fucking statistical year. But he's Joey Brittle, and his team sucked. He plays in Cincinnati. It's an armpit of a fucking city. So, yeah, fuck Joe Burrow. Lamar is good. Don't get me wrong, but Jalen Hurts just nutted up, and he's been to 2 Super Bowls, and he won one of them.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut
Gotta
up.
give it to him.
All right. So, what'd y'all think about the halftime show?
Didn't watch it.
I
What?
didn't.
So you didn't watch the Super Bowl, but then you watched the halftime show?
I watched it the day after.
I
Sounds
didn't
like you knew a
understand.
lot about the game too when you're just talking about it right now with Mahomes having to run to the outside. You sure you didn't watch it?
No, I didn't watch it. I watched a little bit of highlights before this episode, so I knew.
He watched the all 22.
The all 22s. He watched it all.
He watched the all 22.
Okay,
I know
so
what that
halftime
means.
show. I didn't
It's like
understand it.
I'll tell you.
I'm not a rapper listener, so I didn't know. I don't know his music.
I like Kendrick.
I don't listen to his music. It's not my cup of tea. So watching it, I was confused. It's hard to hear.
Typical white guy response.
I was confused. Oh no.
Oh
no. Was he mumbling?
But now I've watched some videos of it and heard some explanations, and I think there's a lot that was said, and so that's my 2 cents. Do you guys listen to Kendrick Lamar?
Oh yeah.
I love Kendrick.
Kendrick's
I think
great.
he's based.
He's very based.
I know BJF loved the halftime show.
I did love that.
Okay, here's my one simple answer. I'll wrap it up because I want to get to BJF's version of the halftime show because I feel like I'm gonna fucking love it.
Yep.
I watched the first half of the game with my parents. Loving life. Bear won some money on squares in the first quarter.
Nice.
We get back. I want to say we left. We were trying to make it to the end of the first half, but the little man was just not allowing it. So we left with like a couple minutes left. So we watched the end of it. I think something happened. There was a score at the end of the first half that we could have won more money in the halftime square, but I think there was a score at the end of the second that like fucked us. So we're watching it on my phone in the kitchen, getting ready to send the kid to bed. And I'm like, should I put the halftime show on the phone to watch? And we're just looked at each other and just laughed and like, fuck it. I'm putting this kid to bed. I'm going to get stoned, and then we'll see you in bed upstairs for the second half.
Nice.
But I loved it. I love Kendrick Lamar. I have a problem. The last thing I'll say is I have a problem with the way the certain hardened right-winger conservatives, especially on Twitter, just overreact to everything black. They're showing their racism. I'm sorry. You are. Joey Manarino, you're a fucking racist. Like that's what you are.
When they're immediately pointing out, the all black halftime show. Look at that. Like, well, first of all, we're in Black.
That's their backup dancers.
I don't necessarily agree with Black History Month because we don't have a White History Month, and that sounds
the other
like
11 months.
Okay. But it's the other 11 months. Fuck off. I think if you bring notice to the issue, you make it an issue. If you don't bring notice to the issue, it's not a non-issue.
It's just the wrong issue.
It is the wrong issue. You shouldn't even be worried about it.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't the point. There was a lot of points to be said, and that was not one of them. So did you all check the lights in the background of that halftime show?
It said game over.
Oh boy,
At the
here we
very end,
go.
yes. But it also said begin, and it also said warning, you're going the wrong way or wrong way. There's a lot of things going on. All right. So first you got Kendrick coming out, and then you got all the homies coming out of his fucking car, right? What are they wearing?
Close.
Red,
Big jeans that look
white,
like fucking
the flare jeans.
red, white,
We'll
and
get
blue.
into the flare jeans.
Flare jeans are back, and I hate it.
We'll get into the flare jeans. But we got fucking red, white, and blue. We're back, baby. Right? This whole thing
America's back.
is a big symbolism of America's back. That's why there wasn't very big fucking expensive fucking fireworks. That's why there wasn't big fucking bullshit. It was just very clean cut.
Oh.
He walked to other places.
They spent most of the money on Trump's security detail for the weekend.
I'm sure they did. But what was the gamepad that Kendrick was on?
That was a Sony one.
And what label?
Wait, what was it? A
what
Sunny
label
one?
is Drake in?
Sony. It was a PlayStation.
It was a
logo.
PlayStation controller. So there's the first dig.
Well, it's got beef.
It's got beef. And he goes hard in the paint. All right. So then we got fucking him doing his whole thing. And then how the fuck do you say her name? SZA comes out. SCSZ.
I didn't watch it.
So that girl comes out and starts singing with him. Then they keep going. I'm not going to do it, but they like to sue. He said, "You want me to do the favorite song, but they like to sue." Drake's suing him right now. He's actually suing the label for defamation. So
It's
now
his
I
own
don't.
label. Which is
Oh,
stupid.
Sweden scored 2-1.
Oh shit!
Quick
Ooh.
update.
So
Keep going about the halftime show.
So it's kind of funny that he's suing, and now he's probably going to sue the NFL and everybody. So it's going to be great. But then he keeps.
He's Canadian. They don't care about him.
So he starts talking about 40 acres and a mule. Talking about back in the slave time.
It's his lyric. I mean,
yeah.
He's wrote that song.
He's going ham.
Yeah.
So then he starts talking about Drake. Do you think that when it came to the point of A minor, there's speculation that the crowd noise was pumped into the arena?
Wait, why would there be?
Yeah, why?
That's what I'm asking me. But like a lot of people are trying to swing it that nobody knew the lyrics. I'm like, it just won 5 Grammys.
It's his. That's the biggest line.
It's the song
of the
right
whole
now.
Song.
Yeah, like I don't.
That is the dig. I thought the fun part was that he had the pendant around his neck was an A minor, which
that's for his. That's not for that. It's for PJ Lang.
Okay, so just you get to he's calling Drake a pedophile.
Correct, 100%.
At the Super Bowl, at the most watched halftime show of all time.
But I also think that he's calling out everybody that is a pedophile. I don't think it was just for Drake. I think it was
the Super Bowl, BJF.
Dude, and the fucking president has never been to a Super Bowl. He's at this one.
So,
shut that shit. Super Bowl is a known child sex trafficking ring. All right, it's known. Like, yeah, especially in New Orleans. Trump shows up, that shit gets shut down.
My question is,
he
had to have
Paul
had
McCartney
approval.
was still there.
He had to have approval from the NFL on what he was going to be doing, because they wouldn't have let him just get on the stage and do whatever he wanted to do. And
actually,
second,
I disagree.
NFL spokesman said it's his halftime show. He could play whatever song he wants.
Do you know who the NFL spokesman is?
No.
BJF? It's Jay-Z.
Oh.
So you sure that he's on this right side? I mean, I want to think it was.
Okay,
maybe
well,
Jay-Z had a plan.
Let that guy finish his point, then I got another theory.
Because Jay-Z is the executive producer of the halftime show.
Yes,
they partnered 6 or 7 years ago with the NFL to say, hey, we want to get away from the old Fogarty, old singers.
Yeah, the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, and make it
60.
Make it a better halftime show. Get it more involved with people who are of a younger generation, and that's why you got a couple years ago the Dr. Dre, the Snoop Dogg.
That was fucking dope.
Yeah, well,
and Rihanna's was totally satanic, but that was also kind of dope.
but you're moving forward to a different demographic. Now, when you look at Kendrick Lamar's halftime show, Drake had to have known this was about to happen. I asked both of you idiots a couple days ago if Kendrick Lamar might not make it to the halftime show because it could have happened. But what do you do from here? Do you let Drake have a rebuttal at the NBA halftime show? Like,
no. Oh, well,
he's on tour. What rebuttal?
There is no halftime show at the NBA, but like you almost say the All-Star game.
All-Star game. Yes, I'm sorry.
Give him a. Does he even have a rebuttal song? I don't even know.
I think
Kendrick put him in a coffin. Honestly,
he
with
killed
that performance.
He's
done. Drake's done. Drake's career's done.
Listen, I watch too much pro wrestling. He's never done. All right, it's always there's always a next chapter.
You watch Rough and Rowdy with John Rocker and Patrick Mahomes Sr. because we'll get to that a little later on in the rundown.
But all right, so what do you think about this? The Grammys, known for being an elite pick of them picking people they want us to listen to so that we can get our mind changed by these people, right? Not Like Us wins every category that it's in. Is Not Like Us an actual like calling
country
out
album
of the pedophiles?
Oh, you're talking about Kendrick Lamar.
I'm still talking about Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Or is it just another fucking swindle by these fuckers? If it wins Grammys and it's calling people out as pedophiles, I'm starting to think that all of Kendrick Lamar and all of this whole hoopla is keeping us distracted from something bigger. And
in its theory, it'd be trying to shed light on it.
Yeah. You try to be talking, bring it out. Make it known.
You would think, but why would? So you're telling me that because Trump is president, because that this would be. Hang on. Because Trump is president, now the Grammys are in line with everybody else, and now we should take their word for the musics that they pick.
Okay, I got a really good theory on this. Actually, just came to me. You're right. Because think about everything else. I know this is getting way far off of sports and we should get back to it eventually, but I like this. Okay. Everywhere else is changing. Facebook is now getting rid of their fact checks. You know, companies, corporations nationwide are getting rid of DEI. Things are changing and shifting in corporate America. Why wouldn't it change, for the, either Hollywood's kind of its own little ring, but like the Grammys, the Super Bowl halftime show, sports in general, the conversation is shifting. Everything's shifting a different way now, right?
Yeah.
So the Grammys go to you and they say, you know what? Kendrick's calling everybody out. That old way, that Drake way, that, that fucking piece of shit way, that elitist kind of way is gone. We're giving Kendrick Lamar the first ever true single rapper spot in the Super Bowl, and he's going to call some fucking people out on it. And then he's going to win all these Grammys. But you know who we're also going to give a Grammy to? This is what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
Beyonce for the best country album, which is a fucking R&B album. You know how much she probably paid for that?
That's what I'm
saying. Guess what?
So
I'll even make myself look even whiter than I already do. Look,
yeah,
and I'll fucking go up there and I'll accept your country award. You can all laugh behind my fucking back about it, but there's your fucking shut up. Here's Jay-Z. We're gonna send out Kendrick Lamar for this. This is the theme. I'm kind of on your side. I never thought about that before you fucking brought this up just now.
So do you think because Jay-Z was involved in both, do you think Jay-Z told the Grammys, like, hey,
Jay-Z's the fucking puppet master right now?
That's what I'm saying.
Or do you think Jay-Z put him on so that he got himself a little bit further away from Diddy?
Could be.
So listen, I was calling them out. I had
even Jay-Z is shuffling the deck.
Oh yeah.
You have to be playing checkers while everybody else is playing chess.
But because Jay-Z is involved, yes, I have very big skepticism about all of this.
Oh, there's a plow going outside my house.
Are you being attacked?
Isn't it?
There's a plow.
Isn't it playing chess when everyone else is playing checkers.
Correct.
Isn't that the phrase?
Yeah.
I like your fucking dumb way of saying it though. I like it the other way around. You got to actually be playing checkers while everyone's trying to play chess. It's fucking simple. One up, one this way.
I'm either red or black.
It's fucking simple. It's fucking simple.
King me.
That was a king me moment for Kendrick.
So okay, so
I'm surprised you liked it. I'm happy that you liked it, BJF.
I like it.
You'd fall into the fucking hole of the rest of the conservative idiots that were like, it's too black.
You got to know where he's coming from, though. Like, I understand him because I listen to his music.
Love Kendrick. Yeah.
After the last 2 weeks, I am starting to second guess myself about listening to his music because he won all those awards. And like you said, how can I trust something that, okay, he won 5 awards, but then she won country album when it wasn't even a country album? The country song that she had on that album wasn't a country song.
So,
what
just
the fuck?
remember,
So
when
I
you talk
can't.
about the Grammys, the Beatles only won 1 Grammy. Okay,
That's what I'm saying. So how could I trust them?
you can't
3-1
trust
Canada.
who.
Mark Stone.
Mark Stone. Damn, I need fucking McJesus to score.
Got time. You got a lot of time.
I got a lot of games. I don't know. I've never watched a movie that won an Academy Award. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not watching those.
You've watched Forrest Gump.
Oh,
okay, shut the fuck up. You've watched a fucking movie that's won an Academy Award.
No, what
before.
I'm saying is
Saving Private Ryan.
What I'm saying.
You've watched Schindler's List.
I'm out. Hold on. Let me rephrase.
You've had to have watched.
Let me rephrase.
A single act.
Shut the fuck up. When they show the list of like the 8 movies of the best movies of the year, you've probably, and I'm gonna generalize this, you've probably maybe seen 1 or 2 of the list of the top 10 movies that they've.
Nowadays, yes.
Nowadays,
last 10 years, yes. Nowadays, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not talking older movies like you said, Saving Private Ryan, but of the recent iteration.
Godfather.
You probably haven't watched many of those.
I don't know. I still watch a lot of movies just for free.
My God.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Birdman? You ever seen the movie Birdman?
No.
That guy, what do you
Great
got?
Movie.
Finish your point.
Don't trust what is being told to you, right? They're telling you what you need to like.
Is he getting conspiratorial?
That's the whole reason we did this podcast is because I have questions, bro. I don't trust.
I can't believe that guy's truly getting conspiratorial right now about Academy Awards on a sports pod.
Our fucking mother-in-law is conspiratorial that the fucking NFL is rigged. So what are we gonna do, man? The world is changing, and I love it.
It's for the better. It's to keep everybody on their toes. When is the script going to get written?
Are you that guy? Are you friends with our mother-in-law on Facebook?
No.
Okay, she posted the. I don't know why, but maybe why. Why not? Why? Why not? Why?
Hold on. Whose mother-in-law?
Ours.
Our mother-in-law.
Bears and T-Rex's mom.
Yes, but I think I have I think I have everyone on such a muted level that like I just.
You muted our mother-in-law for what reason? She never shares shit. But what she did share was a conspiracy that the referees for the Bills-Chiefs game were getting arrested. And sincerely thought it. Came over our house to watch our fucking child the next day, and I was like, her mother-in-law, the queen. I think we call her the queen on the pod.
Sure.
I was like, that's not real. That's not real. Just what? What do you mean? No. I'm like, yeah, that's clickbait. Like that is fucking gotcha, false, wrong clickbait right there.
Moving the checkers, just moving the checkers.
There's a lot of people, and it was like I feel bad. It's it's the older generation. They can't quite figure out how to source news that they see on the internet. That's why they're not on X. Like most of them are on X or TikTok and shit like that. But like even Facebook's getting so it's ever since the shift.
Mm-hmm.
BJF had talked about it earlier. They were getting rid of stuff like that because people are not smart enough to fucking look into it. It's a simple Google search.
Yeah. Well, and then I think AI has also just compounded the fact that information can just be readily created.
You know what?
Without even thinking about it.
Dude, thank you for bringing that up because I think I might have talked about it on a previous pod, but to get onto the sports pod of it and AI for a second,
Why
there are
can't
so
we
many articles
draft?
written by AI. Like
Yeah.
so many sports articles now by certain companies are written completely by AI, and
Mhm.
it's all wrong. Like before the Bills Denver game, they're like, the Bills are gonna have a hard time with their star corner, Codrington being out. Codrington's a punt returner. He doesn't even play corner
Yeah.
because Russell Wilson and seriously, Russell Wilson and the Broncos are coming to Buffalo. Like
Yeah.
they didn't even have an editor to look at that thing.
Wow.
Well, because again, they're just their plan
Pumping content.
is just get content, even if it's a bad click. A click is worth the
Totally
click.
wrong. Totally wrong information. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
You talking about AP?
I think a lot. What was it? Kind of an AP. I think it was Outkick. I think it was an Outkick article that I saw. I was like, Bill's star corner out for the Broncos, and like they always say that too. It's star. You know,
Right.
you'll see that when someone dies. Former star NFL player died, and he was like a third stringer in the 70s. And I was like,
He's not a star.
it's clickbait made for you to click on it and knowing you're like every single time
do you think
it's gonna be something
with
stupid.
involving what you were just describing, the shift, right? Do you
Mhm.
think some of that AI will become
Right leaning?
no, just like get rid of the clutter, like eliminate the clutter, and let's truly look at AI for its power and not for its
Mass
filler.
scalability, like
Yeah, it's
making
filler.
just bullshit content.
Right. I think that's where we all
It's gonna
struggle.
get scary though. But then it's gonna get scary. It's gonna get too realistic.
You don't think it'll get too realistic?
Okay, so one of two ways it can go. One, we stay on the path that we're at, and open AI just keeps going, and China keeps going the way that they're going, and we get to too realistic. We're in the matrix. I don't know what the
An
fuck.
AI war.
Yes, and that's terrible. Or what? And this is getting way off of sports, but it's okay. Or Elon Musk's bid to buy OpenAI exposes OpenAI to a level that they have to cave to Elon's bidding. So they make it open source. They put regulations on it, which forces China, because they are just copying our code for their AI, which forces China to have the same regulations because they're just copying the code. So if they have the
They
same,
won't have the same regulations though.
they will though,
China.
because they'll integrate their regulations, because we'll actually have fucking AI people within the government developing AI that are actually competent and not just DEI hires. So they'll know what the fuck they're doing, and they will put safeguards in it. Right now, I think the whole point of Doge and what's actually happening is they're trying to go through all of our systems and see what the leg of China's influence is on our systems, because we already know that they're in our power grid. We know that they're in our phone systems. We know that they're in our fucking water systems. They're in everything. We got the chips from China. All of their chips have been malwared. It's already out in the open that this is all like an actual threat. They could turn
Why
down.
wouldn't it have been, right? Like why wouldn't that shit have been faulty?
Right.
Like our Easy Pass. Jesus Christ.
Our
Everything.
Easy Pass
Everything.
is going right to fucking China. So like it's
going through my work. My work is paying for it, so it's not coming through me.
but it's still going to China, so it's still it's still fucked up.
It's not going to the roads.
So
Pay for the roads, you fucking
Not
assholes.
going to the road.
Privatize the roads.
I think
Have any of you guys driven on Pittsburgh Palmyra Road? I fucked up 2 tires this week driving back and forth on that road.
That
Big
sounds like they need a
potholes.
China Easy Pass.
Thick potholes. Gotta fix them. Sorry.
but yeah, so I think that
So you think it's potential to be? You think that AI will morph into?
I think
something
AI will morph into longevity within the human race. I think that we're going to
I
get
hope so.
I think we're going to get to a medical hierarchy that no one's ever seen before, and we're going to realize that the country that we used to think was good for us was killing us, and immediately we're going to go to a health kick, and AI is gonna fucking just devour cancer. I mean, it's just a parasite. All of these fucking life-threatening diseases are just parasites within your blood, and it's been proven through research paper upon research paper, and they're just finally coming out. And I hope RFK has a fucking thing in it.
So
But
it's gonna be.
I think AI has a
I was gonna say you're gonna give
broader
AI
use.
to RFK.
I think AI will have a broader use in the medical field to actually get to healing people and not just making people sick to get another paycheck.
So
Preach
that eliminates Medicare, and that exposes the healthcare system immensely. I think
They're already
that's
exposing the healthcare system
that's what's gonna.
by doing these caps on these giveaways for these research foundations. That's billions of dollars. And if you give a cap to a research
Fuck me.
institute, you're not giving them billions of dollars for all of the bullshit that goes on in these institutes. And now they're all fighting back saying we need these billions of dollars. Well, if you can tell me what fucking where every fucking cent of these billions of dollars went, then maybe we'll give it to you. But it's fucking ridiculous. And I think it all needs to be brought open. And I think AI is the way to devour the fraud and the abuse and all of the shit that is in our systems now. And AI can sort through it quicker than any human can.
Yeah.
So why the fuck wouldn't we
it's
unleash it?
computer. I guess I just don't want it to be like Will Smith and iRobot. I just don't want to get to that point of AI. Like
we have that potential.
oh, it's right around the corner. Can we get back to sports?
Yeah, definitely.
Anybody? You got something?
Okay, so
we haven't hit golf. Let's go down golf. So what is up with Scotty Scheffler? Scotty has played one tournament this year, and he is
I think two. Maybe I think two.
Phoenix
he
was
just played this weekend.
Yeah, Phoenix was. I thought it was his first. It was his second.
No, what was the one before that? He played in the one before that, I think. Similar result, probably top 20.
Yeah, so what's going on with him? Is he still fucking healing his hand? What's going on?
He's healing his hand. Okay.
Do you think his hand's fucked for real? Like forever? Or
does he need to win tournaments? He's a millionaire. Like he's there just to hang out.
No. He does need to win tournaments to stay at number one and also to win a FedEx Cup again. His year last year, we just have to also accept
was the best
probably not going to happen again for a while because it's really hard to do that in golf. Only Tiger in his prime did shit like that, where he won the biggest events. He won a fucking gold medal.
Didn't he win 6 tournaments in a row or something goofy like that?
He didn't have to play in a lot of them because once you get good enough at number one, you don't have to play in all those bullshit, Puerto Rican fucking tournaments or whatever the fuck they play in random spots. They fucking nothing against Puerto Rican tournaments, but no one fucking plays there.
Oh Jesus! Got our own Hinchcliffe fucking moment.
Here we go. Here's my Tony Hinchcliffe moment, shitting on Puerto Rico because no one. I think it's Dominican. I think I even got the wrong country wrong. I think it was Dominican. It was the Dominican Republic.
The Dominican Open.
It was fucking Dominican.
They opened the border.
That shit. They win. Like the guy who wins that every year is some guy who won his first ever tournament because no big name players playing.
All right.
But my point is this: Scheffler will probably win the Players Championship.
Bezenda Duhout is winning that one. The Dominican Republic is Christian Bezenda Duhout. I'm telling you, I'm betting.
He'll have a good shot. He'll have a very, very good shot.
I guarantee.
I would look at a guy like Taylor Pendrith. Taylor Pendrith could fucking win the Dominican Puerto Rican Open. So sponsored by Tony Hinchcliffe.
You have to hit the ball from Dominican, and it's got to land in Puerto Rico.
The new sponsorship is actually Kill Tony. Okay. Okay. Anyways,
the Kill Tony
Scotty
Open.
Scheffler. The Kill Tony Open. It's the Kill Tony in Puerto Rico.
We should have the Leaving Earth Open.
Scotty Scheffler slow start is fine. And not really that many other, like the Genesis tournament this upcoming weekend. Probably gonna get rained out tomorrow. I think the West Coast is seeing record rainfall right now, which is nuts after they just burned for 2 months. That's going to mean a very, very fucking muddy terrain.
Scrambled.
So you got to be a big hitter. Yeah, you got to be a big hitter this weekend. Which Scotty can be, But I like
Rory
Rory.
Big Hill?
Rory's looking fucking great, and I hate it because I hate that man. But he's looking great. He should probably win it.
Have you watched any of that TCL, the indoor golf
TGL, take a shot.
TGL?
But
I said
yes,
damn it.
just there you go. Just wet the whistle
Water.
a little. Wet the whistle.
The
Yeah,
TGL.
I watched a few weeks. It's okay. I like regular golf better, but it's all right.
Yeah.
I would like to play it.
It'd be fun to play.
It
would
would be fun to play.
And my theory on it is the fact that they needed a way to keep Tiger in the game because he can't walk anymore.
He can't walk the course.
He really struggles with that. So like he walks 30 yards from a tee box to a green. Now you got Tiger back on TV.
It also keeps it, the sport, it just keeps it available on another night of the week. I mean, the most tournaments are Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Even Live went Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
They do Thursday through Saturday. It's a smart move.
I'm not gonna lie. So you brought up Live, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but we watched Live the other day. Way better broadcast. Way better. Like
yeah, I got you on the live cast.
Like they were pumping music. It was like just jamming. And
it was in Saudi Arabia.
But then
Riyadh.
But then you go to the green and they have like the arc that they should take. Like you're fucking playing PlayStation golf. And
they have to do that because otherwise it's a dead man sport. I mean, true golf games, a true golf match is not very entertaining, but in order to pump blood into the Live tournament, you have to differentiate yourself.
Yeah.
They don't have shorts. The players can wear shorts. They can they're a team for the first 2 days, and then it's is it match play at the end of the week?
It's it's all individual tournament, I believe, and they all do shotgun start. So it's
that's right. They all start at the same time, different holes.
Yeah,
but
it's all this. They all finish. That's why you can keep the broadcast between 3 hours around, because again, everyone's playing at the same time. 4 hours, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But a PGA, why they struggle with viewership is because half the guys aren't fucking playing at the same time as other stars. They try to load up a tee. Like this is the featured group, the big names.
Yeah.
They'll tee off at 7:30 in the morning one day and then 2:30 in the afternoon the next day. A broadcast can't last from 7 to fucking 6 every day.
Outside of ESPN
for Thursday and outside of ESPN Plus, and for Thursday to Friday, that's the days you're watching if you're a degenerate golf gambler like us.
Right. So I watched a bunch of the Phoenix Open, and outside why don't these tournaments, every tournament, have a 16th green?
Right.
The Coliseum,
it is fun. It is fucking great.
Was nuts. It's so entertaining to watch. Yeah. It's fun to be in that atmosphere. You could have that at every golf course.
I'd just say you could probably build a temporary one very easily. Even if it's not 20K, it's 15K. Or 10.
It takes 4 months to build and 52 days to take down. Okay, so build the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Every short par 3 on every course should have something that's built similar. Yeah, you can have one big one and it would take away from that Phoenix Open. But shit, man, I was watching the Phoenix Open more on Sunday than I was the pregame for the NFL. Because it was entertaining. Yeah. It's fun to watch. And that sucks that it's one tournament. The next big tournament that I would probably watch would probably be the Masters.
Yeah.
Only because if you're a casual watcher, you're not going to be paying attention to any of the other tournaments.
Yeah, majors are nothing for most people.
What you've built with Live, if you add some of that glitz and glamour to the PGA, it would make it more interesting. Like I said, building a Coliseum on every,
the only problem I foresee with that though is the course layout of some places might not allow for that big of, you know what I mean? Like the par 3s might be too close to the next hole, or it'd have to be smaller, but you could still make it like a 5 or 10K stadium at most of these, like a legit circle around the green.
Yeah.
with everyone getting, it's like the one hole everyone knows is gonna get rowdy. Like that's
What
the
if-
rowdy section.
What if you put
That's
a
the Happy
dome
Gilmore
on it?
section.
Like, put a dome on a fucking hole. See how that works out. Like, you have nothing. The PGA has a lot of money. You have nothing to lose at this point.
I think they should fucking just do that green shit. That shit was interesting.
From the LG,
No,
TLG.
the ally from Live.
Oh, Live. Oh,
yeah.
just that's graphics over the top of the
Oh yeah,
screen.
they show where the guy's
oh,
putting.
yeah. They show him where he should go, and they show the line of the ball that after he hit the ball, he's like, "Oh, that was way off. That fucking dude sucks."
Yeah.
Like you could fucking get so many more
Well,
fucking points of.
there is a connection between the two. There was a report that came out today from Rory McIlroy about wanting to get some of the Live guys back to the PGA for certain tournaments, like a Bryson DeChambeau,
The feature tournaments,
bringing some of those guys back in, and kind of, you can make it better. You can make the PGA better. You don't need
just
to have
missing some of the biggest players because they're at Live.
Yeah.
The John Rahm, the DeChambeaus.
You don't need to have 150 people on a tournament weekend. You can limit the number of people. Make it.
I don't like that as much, though, to be completely honest.
You
For
don't
a
like
big
this
tournament, yes. I like limiting it for a big tournament, but for the run of the mills,
Open
that's
it
how
up.
those guys. That's how those guys in the pro tour make their living. To be completely like the 100 ranked guy in the world.
Who won the Phoenix Open?
It was Dietrich.
Exactly.
Thomas Dietrich.
Right. Who? He's a
He
nobody.
won.
He won.
Usually the nobodies crumble, and I was waiting for him to crumble. And
Yeah. Did you watch his?
Or somebody could have fucking pulled up and won it, but he didn't crumble.
Did you see his shot on 16? His drive, it landed that far away from the fucking hole.
Yeah.
But what really sucks is because they were nobodies, the stadium was cleared out. Justin Thomas's group had already passed through. What was it?
Spieth was, I think, in the group before him too.
Yeah. By the time they had already passed out, the room looked empty. I don't know. I feel like
the thing is, who hit a hole in one at the 16th earlier in the other was.
Was there? No, there was one in 2022. I don't know if anybody hit a hole in one in this tournament.
No, the guy jarred it. I think it was Gim. Again, a no name.
Yeah.
But they fucking partied. They threw beers. They fucking,
that's the best.
He Michael blocked it too. It was straight in the fucking cup.
Right
It didn't bounce once. Just fucking jarred it. Boop. And it was like, oh.
Hey,
I mean, it was a guy that didn't know how to react to it either because he was like, I'm a nobody.
As a golf non-novice, right? You're a golf novice, I'm assuming. What big tournaments do you watch? What big tournaments do you watch?
I try to catch a little bit of everyone now.
You do? Okay.
Usually I try to catch the early days so that I get everybody.
Yeah.
Just so that I can, because I've got too much shit going on the weekends to fucking really pay attention to golf. But Thursday and Friday at work, I throw it on and just watch.
Oh, it's great at work.
Yeah, so I just have it on, listen every once in a while. Oh, that was a good shot. Oh, what did he do? Okay, that was in the fairway. Nice. Oh, that was like 2 feet from the hole. Good job.
So, how many tournaments are between now and the Masters?
I don't have any idea.
3?
No, well, Masters is in April, so there'd be at least 4.
Okay.
No, more than that, probably 5 or 6. There's gonna be quite. The Players is in March. The Players Championship at TPC Sawgrass every year. That would be an interesting one to bring back Live Players. It is the PGA. It's actually called the Players Championship.
Yeah,
it's like the 5th major. It's like they kind of. It's not really a major, but all the big names in the PGA play. Live guys can't. Live guys can play in the majors. That would be the first one. Let them play in the Players.
Yeah.
Scotty wins it every year now. Like, give somebody that everyone else knows a shot. Bryson could win that one.
John Rahm.
Brooksy.
He's
kind of shot. He's kind of shot though.
Okay,
he had his moment here at Oak Hill.
You got the Players, then you got the Masters. After the Masters, what happens?
Tournaments like every fucking week. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, no. There's the Genesis Open. There's
Dude, there's tournaments. Yeah, every week there's a tournament.
So what are you talking about?
Genesis.
I'm just saying, as a novice, as someone who doesn't watch golf on a regular basis, myself included,
Oh,
I won't pay attention to anything other than something cool or interesting for the sport. That's where the Phoenix Open was interesting to watch. That brought viewers in, especially on a weekend where
it's a big attendance too.
right.
You know, it's a lot of money made from the attendance, and a
You
lot of it
fix
actually does go
golf
back to the
by
community.
making it more interesting. That's why the live makes sense. It sucks. The problem that the live tournament has is it's international. You're watching matches at 3 a.m. in Riyadh. You know, you're not getting the prime Sunday
The last
watching.
one though, they did it at night in Riyadh, and it was
Oh, they did it at night?
What time were we watching? Beach. It was like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the
Yeah.
afternoon.
but it was like 9 or something.
You know,
7
yeah,
or
it
8.
was night in Riyadh,
Yeah.
and they did it under the lights. That's also kind of sick. Like
was pretty
that's
dope.
a real tournament under the lights with fucking dubstep fucking playing fucking Riyadh. Like it was like
pretty dope.
I've never seen anything like it.
Is it similar to what the matches are on TBS or TNT?
I mean, in the way it's at night, but like, you know, it's the same live tournament, you know, like
Yeah.
shotgun start, you know, the teams, it was the final. I don't know if they did that every day.
Mhm.
Because I only watched it Sunday, but like it was the Sunday or Saturday. It's the last day of the tournament. You know, guys are going for the number one spot. The teams are still playing for their spot. I think they just play off of like total score individual.
Yeah, you get points off of your total score for individual, and that goes to the team score. I do like that aspect. I think that could be something the PGA could do.
I think it'd be cool too. They could have a lot of teams too. They could have like they could field the full 30 teams.
It'd be
Maybe
dope.
not that many. Probably closer to like 20,
25 teams.
15 to 20.
How do you guys feel about having the Leaving Earth Open?
Let's do it. I'm winning that shit.
From Thursday to Sunday, we play 4 different courses.
Oh, like actual golf?
That's a big ask for Thursday through Sunday.
I
think if it's a single day, you got a better shot at it.
I don't think I could play 4 fucking rounds of golf.
4 days in a row? Are you out of your mind?
You know how
trying
many
to
beers
get divorced?
we would drink so much beers.
See, with that, it's like let's slip in 12 people for 4 days. Unless you want to go to Scottsdale for it, then yeah, let's do it.
I'm in. Let's I would say maybe we do a couple like
I'm not
par
flying.
3s.
We're definitely not doing par 3s. We're definitely not doing putt. It'd be real fucking golf at a decently shitty course. It doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be. Yeah,
Sunday will be Deerfield.
That's a nice one.
Sunday will be Deerfield.
That'll be. So if you do 2 days, they have to be alternating weeks.
All right, so
we'll figure it out. The Leaving Earth Open. You should really make it an 18-hole scramble with however many teams, individual champion, team champion.
For the belt?
Fuck you.
For a trophy, for the fucking Open. It's or a jacket. We'll get a Leaving Earth jacket.
There you go.
We'll get a Leaving Earth jacket with all the bullshit that we got on there. We'll get sponsors. We can make it like a little NASCAR jacket out of it. And
I'm down.
And we'll do it. I think you'd have to do just 18 holes, scramble.
What is that?
What is one day?
Scrambles like what we do for a tournament. Best ball. Take your best shot. But it should be pairs to give it. Yeah. It shouldn't be foursomes. We don't have enough people for that. But like,
how about 36 holes? We'll do 2 days.
Here we go.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have a heart attack.
30 it's got to be more than 18. That's not an Open. That's just a day of golf.
If you do 36 holes all in one day, Sweden just scored 3-2. All in one day.
I'm not saying all in one day.
Oh yeah.
Fucking sun up to sundown.
Start at 7 a.m. and then it's 7 p.m. in the longest day of the year, right in the middle of
what
summer.
if we did sun up to sundown?
You do 2 courses. You do the first course in the morning.
Yeah.
Go get lunch. Do the second course in the afternoon.
I'm down.
Do it close. We got enough on 104. So
fucking
You don't even
Yeah,
have to
you
go
could
that
do
far to get. You don't even have to go.
Braemar
You could
and,
play
Yeah.
fucking. You could play. What do they play? 54. That's where Live
Jesus
comes
Christ.
from. I don't know if you knew that guy, but
Yeah, what
Live
is-
comes from 54 holes.
Yeah,
LIV.
I got it. I would be down for a fucking sun up to sundown golf tournament day. I wouldn't
All
be
right,
good.
we're throwing it out there to the chat. Anyone who's in the chat right now, feel free to.
I
fill
think
in.
the
We're
old
doing
man
a
would be in.
36
he'd be in.
hole Leaving Earth Cup.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll have to figure out with some qualifying matches or handicap scores, some even teams.
very
We'll put it into
handicapped.
AI. You are handicapped in more ways than one, my friend. So am I. We'll somehow figure. You know what was going to be the best at figuring this out was the Scrambler.
Scrambler.
He'll come up with some kind of formula. What happened to BJF?
Oh, we just lost him.
He
like fuzzed out.
It's a fuzz that looks like a graphic porno happening right now.
Whoa.
Next to me, I don't know what PGFF is doing over there, but apparently even Rumble didn't want to show it.
So, God, we got 50.
You all still there?
54
Yeah.
holes.
Oh, we're doing 54 now?
Yeah.
No. 36 holes.
I say we do.
You can't play 54 holes
However
in
many-
one day.
However many holes you can get in 54 hours, fucking sun up to sundown on the longest day of the year. What's that?
July?
Yeah.
It's in June. So I'm telling you this, you'd be better off with just doing 2 because then we wouldn't kill ourselves. I swear to God, our hands will be raw by the time we're done with 36. Believe me. I've played 27 and it's tough, and 36.
Yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of
lot
gimme
of golf. It's a lot of golf. You are fucking tired at the end of that day, man. Believe me.
Yeah.
Even riding in a fucking cart. And as tanked as we'll be, we need drivers to get us from the first match to the second.
We need drivers.
You're gonna need a fucking
need
vans.
caddies.
We're gonna need vans, throwing the bags in the vans and fucking whip. Like, all right, we made it. Call out every Uber X you can find.
We could do this over 2 weekends. I mean, it doesn't have to be the same day.
No.
One day.
Same
All
day,
right.
baby.
Same day.
It's a marathon. The longest day in golf. They do that at the US Open to qualify. It's called the longest day in golf. They play 36 holes to qualify. So if you didn't make it on your own golf merit, people go to these tournaments across the country and play 36 holes.
How many hot dogs do you think you could eat in 36 holes?
You know what? We'll have side bets for this.
I think
we'll have to have side bets.
Hot dogs remove strokes.
Hot dog winner, most
Hot dog.
glizzy, the glizzy champ.
The
We'll give you we'll give you an award for glizzy champ. It'll probably be a pair of tube socks, but you'll win something for being the most glizzy champ.
The more glizzies you eat, your strokes go down. Like
Probably.
there's
The
a
more
financial
pot I smoke is going to be the same thing, and I'm going to smoke a lot of pot that day.
What is glizzy? I'm confused on what a glizzy is.
It's a wiener.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
wiener on a bun.
You know what a glizzy is? The old glizz.
Bro, I
Midway through the round.
dominated the hot dog eating competition at fucking Fourth of July.
Yeah. What I'm
My
saying
money's
is
on you. My money's on you, big dog.
Like
side
I
bets.
demolish fucking hot dogs.
So we do this through Scramble. We have to bully him into making this a thing.
Okay.
We also got to make the jacket. But
Okay.
I think it makes most sense to try to plan this around, a June, July time frame and just run it. And just and have it planned so far in advance that you don't have to worry about tee times. You get the amount of block of tee times that you need to get at one place, and then you get the next block. And it would have to be all day, man. I mean, we'd all have to be out there, crack ass dawn, 6:30, ready to tee off at 7.
A lot of sunscreen.
Sunscreen. You need a lot of sunscreen. Hopefully it's a good fucking weather day. I didn't even think about that. Shit.
Oh shit!
You're
Can
playing
you imagine
it's rain or shine, man. We play through everything.
Everything.
We did that when we went out this past
We'll
summer.
hope you have stopped by then. So.
Oh yeah. All right. Any other sports besides golf?
No, unless
you guys watch F1 racing? No,
not even a little bit.
Nah.
What do you got?
I like the guy who's Josh Allen's buddy. That's it.
Next,
I don't even know his name.
Daniel Ricciardo. F1's coming out with their Netflix special coming up in a couple weeks.
I heard that is good.
It is fun to watch. It highlights the entire season from the previous season. So like,
I gotta hand it to Netflix. They do a really good job with their sports shows.
yeah, I've watched
But hockey would be perfect on Netflix.
the
I don't have
what was
Netflix.
it? The Full Swing was pretty good on Netflix.
Full Swing is
golfing one.
awesome. I
Yeah.
cannot wait. The new one's coming out soon, and they're gonna have the rest of Scotty Scheffler on it.
Oh yeah, it happened. I'm excited about that.
That really happened.
That really happened.
They're gonna have that. And they
I,
said that this year is gonna have a lot more live guys. Like a lot of live guys. Probably Bryson is gonna be a big character in this one.
Well, Bryson's got his own fucking thing on in YouTube, I think.
You guys watch those? Those are great.
I watched a couple of them.
no.
Those are what the kids are watching these days over there.
I watched the
That
one
guy.
with him and the guy that fucking golfs barefoot.
So my
John
youngest,
You watched the one with Trump, be honest.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
my youngest
Set up. I
was
was trying to
watching
pull up with
Netflix.
Bailey. What?
My youngest was watching Netflix literally yesterday, and I looked over. My wife texted me, and she's like, "He's watching Richie Rich."
Nice.
That's a
I'm like,
great
yes!
fucking movie.
That's a great
So
movie.
good.
Wow, that just put me back into a different fucking
Right?
era.
He's 3. He's
Oh.
3 years old. High on fucking Macaulay Culkin. I'm like, that's perfect. That is so
That's
good.
awesome, though. That's
awesome.
great. I
Good
can only
movie.
aspire that my child will watch Richie Rich in a couple of years. That's fucking.
Set him up with his own
Imagine we
tablet.
walk in, a couple years from now, we walk into the room. It's that guy, our 2 sons, and he's going, wait till you guys see this. Richie Rich.
He just wants to play baseball, guys. That's all he wants to do.
He just wants to play baseball.
He wants to play baseball.
I just wanted to play baseball.
It seems
He's
like
got McDonald's in his own house.
Dude,
the fucking kilo launcher or whatever.
they just will never make movies like they did for kids in the 90s.
Heavyweights.
They just won't, man.
Oh my god.
I mean, Rookie of the Year.
Wait. Oh,
Rookie of the Year.
with hot ice.
Bro, I heard a theory that Ben Stiller in heavyweights is Ben Stiller in dodgeball.
That is the thing. It's the same character.
He is the same character.
They made White Goodman into, and he even hates fat people. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same fucking concept. It's like,
Yeah.
Dude. Okay, heavyweights. I got to be honest. It's been a while. I've probably only seen it a handful of times.
Like 2 years ago. I swear to God, I love that fucking movie.
I've watched Dodgeball
badass
thousands of times, and White Goodman is, whatever you want to say about Ben Stiller, but White Goodman is top 5 comedy villains ever, right up there with Shooter McGavin. Shooter McGavin is a fucking he might be my number 1. I love golf and I love that movie. I have high hopes for Happy Gilmore too, but
yeah. What are your thoughts about those remakes?
Well, Travis Kelce is in it, so it's probably gonna suck. But other than that,
that's how I feel too.
I'm excited for it.
He kills.
I can't wait till it comes out. I want to go. We should go. I'm gonna go to the theaters and see it. I mean, I have to.
It's on Netflix. It's not on theaters.
Oh, it's on Netflix. Perfect. I'll get high as fucking watch it at home.
I
can't. It's even better.
Get Netflix, bro.
Everything is like that's probably the 5th time I've heard. I don't have Netflix.
I won't do Netflix.
Just come over our house and fucking watch it then. You don't have to give them money, but you can still watch the fucking shit you want to watch. That's on streaming
I
channel.
can get it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about me.
Boys.
It's a pride thing. I get it.
As soon as you get it on Netflix, I will have it. Don't you worry about it. I just like to iterate that I do not have Netflix, and you guys should not have Netflix. Do you know the owner of Netflix is the nephew of the father of propaganda? Just throwing it out there.
That's awesome. So on sports tonight, we talk about. We'll close it out if you can think of any other sports villains. Sports villains. My last one, my top 3 is. It's not. I mean, Dodgeball is not really a sports villain, but like I guess comedy villain. I'll throw it into sports because it's a sports show. Dodgeball is a sport. It's on TV once a year on the Ocho.
On the Ocho.
Shooter McGavin, and then Stanson, the dentist Stanson from D2, Mighty Ducks 2, the Iceland coach, is ferocious. Rewatch that fucking movie. He's a fucking madman. He takes out Bombay's knee.
He did. Conway.
Huncha, destroy. He's fucking madman.
I was walking through that Walmart place, and a guy was stocking the shelves with that garage beer. I looked at it, I'm like, I'm not buying it. But now that they've lost, would you try a garage beer?
Who's garage beer?
It's that Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce's beer brand.
Oh,
like
I didn't even know. Is it an IPA?
It's I think it's more of like a session ale.
Like
so it's like low.
Pilsner?
I'll pick up a 6-pack.
Nah, I'll probably pass.
I'll pass.
You would?
Yeah.
That's not a beer I drink. Jason Kelce in an awkward position there. Fucking now he's like, I've been living the dream. My brother's still playing. He's got the whole Taylor Swift going on, but I'm the media guy.
Do you think
I'm the one in media? Travis Kelce should take those cleats of his and hang them up, because in about 6 months, Swift's gonna dump him, and her next album's gonna be all about him. And he better pray he's got a good media contract lined up before that happens. It's time to cut your losses, Travis. You can't do it anymore, big man.
Yeah.
No.
He sucks. He sucks. He sucks.
He's got a big contract too.
How about the fact that every time that the Bills, 3 out of 4 years the Bills played the Chiefs before they lost their next game. The only time they won the next game after they lost or they beat the Bills was last year against the Ravens, and then they won the Super Bowl. I think the Ravens were like a warm-up for the Super Bowl last year. And other years, the Bills beat up the Chiefs so bad, and the Chiefs had to give all this energy and mucked into fucking beating Josh Allen and the Bills that they then lose the next week.
Yeah. Well, didn't
a lot of games.
Detroit had a record there for a while that every team that they played the very next week they lost.
I think that was San Fran.
Or
Detroit.
I think it was Detroit. What is it? Is it tied?
It's tied. It's 3-3.
No way.
Sweden is fucking coming back. This is I told you earlier.
Oh,
it's gonna get tight in front of the fucking home crowd, who is just stunned. 11 minutes left, boys. I suggest once we wrap this up, you guys throw that on TNT.
I might go upstairs and run up there.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
This is gonna get good.
All right.
Bed.
Oh, so you're out? All right. Well, we'll do the sign off without you, I guess, or we'll just do the sign off now.
Yeah, I was just gonna do the sign off now.
What were we gonna end on? A Kendrick Lamar song or another John Nasty Morasti fight?
You know what? Let's go with Nasty.
What jersey are you wearing?
There you go.
See it? Morasti?
Nice.
John Nasty Morasti. This is a Kazakhstani jersey. Baris Astrana. It's a KHL jersey, actually.
Where do you get them?
China.
Well, yeah, I figured that, but is it more expensive now that there's tariffs?
I got this a while ago. I've had it for a while. You know, Nasty Morasti is the true, and you missed it earlier, but Paige is going to inform you on who he is. Was like a UFC fighter on skates during the mid 2000s. You know, back when the hockey was full of guys who were just paid to go out there and fight.
The John Scotts of the world.
John Scott. I mean, this guy's way better than John Scott. Come on, that's a disgrace to Nasty Morasti. He never even really played pro. He was in the AHL fighting 30 to 35 times a year.
Did he ever make an All-Star game?
Okay, all right. Don't get me wrong. 2 and 15. Don't get me wrong. 2 goals and was it 2 and 15? When it was like the whole 50 and 07. Because Heatley scored 50 and 07 that one time, but John Scott scored 2 and 15, which is the All-Star game. He was the MVP. He got carried off the ice. Yes. He's a grinder who had a great day. He's not the best fighter. He's just he's a big guy. you know,
Big guy.
who made an all-star game because the fans are trolling.
Well, because he's an
But
all-star.
Nasty Morassi fought, bare knuckle boxed, fucking 30 times a year for like 15 years. He's still doing it. He's an exhibition fighter at an exhibition team for a Canadian
I might
hockey.
be put a little bit more salt and pepper on this steak than I have to. What? Like,
I
how
wanna
did you
let
end
it
up
be
going to the
fucking-
K and just
You just
talk
got
about
Biz
your
Nasty on
experience
here.
over there, because it seems like it was a wild one.
Is he talking
Oh, I
about the
loved
K?
it. I mean,
that's
you
him.
hear all
That's
these
him.
negative stories about guys
can
not
see
getting
him.
paid enough or whatever.
He's
but
talking
to be
about
honest,
going to the
I have
K,
stories we
playing
could
for
do
Barry
for the next 4
Sestrano.
hours, I tell you.
Yeah, so this is like a 14-minute long
never
video
had
of
any. I've
him
made
fighting in
probably
cage.
double what I was supposed to make when I was there, because I got bonuses for, when I flew
It's him
across the
fighting?
ocean to fight Josh Gratton. People don't know about that story.
I flew across the ocean to fight a guy.
When my daughter was born, I was given a big metal plaque that's solid gold. And when I fought that Evgeny Artukin, it was, and beat him up, I got a big bonus for that. Like I walked away with probably at least $100,000 in extra in cash from Russia. So I had no complaints. It was awesome.
No wonder
getting
he
to play
wants
with
this jersey
Panarin,
so bad.
that's part of the
I
story.
have this guy's number, that guy.
Today, we accomplished
His
nothing.
buddy who he used to
I
fight for
mean,
Syracuse
not
Crunch.
a
Back in
really?
the day, and I played in a tournament and I
was
wore this jersey at
kinda
the bar
everything.
after. And the
Stay
guy's like, yo, I
tuned to
know
the
him.
$50 Best
I
Western
was like,
gift
no
card.
way.
That's
And
crazy.
he's like,
Did you
and he hit him up.
befriend
He's
that
like, I
crazy
want your
owner?
jersey.
Can you
I'm
talk
like,
about this
dude,
guy a little bit?
Oh, I don't care. I'll talk to him. Fort Wayne. And so me and Yablonski.
I don't know. I was gonna say, I think that's him just talking. There's no fights in there. It's
I
just
sit there for
him
another
just
5
chatting
minutes.
it up.
My bad.
Just go to hockeyfights.com. I'm gonna change your guy's life right now. Type in hockeyfights.com.
Oh God.
This is a free plug at hockeyfights.com.
Oh Jesus! Is this one of those banned sites? You got to put in your social security number.
No, this is a full archive of pretty much every videotaped hockey fight ever, and it goes by player. You probably gotta check off of something there. Go up to players. Just type in Morasty.
Okay, what's Morasty?
Tom Morasty. Now this will be his page. Go to top fights. What's the rating? 271. Just boom, hit it from the top. He's got
is it
so many
Syracuse?
over 9. He's got so many over 9. This
3 seconds to go as Kartner takes a peek at the clock. He'll burn the final ticks of this one.
2008.
The horn sounds, and that will do it for period number 2. 2-2 hockey game here in Binghamton. The Sens and the Syracuse Crunch will take a timeout, and let's keep her just a second.
Oh,
Harvey and Lee went at one another earlier
Go full
in this second period.
Yeah, go
and
full
now
screen here if you can.
everybody kind of milling around. Quite sure what Mike Scroy's chirping about here as he threw some words in the direction of Jeremy Yablonski, who says, you want to go? Let's throw down right here at center ice. Now Morasty acting as peacemaker as Sestito and Yablonski staring at one another in the neutral zone. Right now, Sestito
he's
staying
just
on
a
his own half of
definition of
center ice, and
blockhead.
now Scroy throws his stick down. He wants to step in and
Look at him.
Yablonski, and now
He's just like, I'll
Morasty
fight
takes
you.
the helmet off.
The respect is they take the helmet off because
Throws
they have
his
the
bucket
visors
down,
on.
and I think they're going to let him go in the center circle and hopefully
Oh
get it
my
out of their
God.
systems.
Look how much
Center
taller
circle
he is.
fight.
Now Morasky,
Oh my
a series
God.
of short right. Yablonski countering with a series of short lefts. Not quite sure how many are connecting, but it looked good from up top. Now Yablonski turns to the right. He gets a couple of good
These guys
crossing
are some
rights
goons.
in. Now
Look at 'em.
goes back to the
The
left.
shaved heads.
Now these two heavyweights trading them here as at center ice, Yablonski and Morasky tiring one another out. Now they're not
This will probably
done
go
yet.
on for like
Morasky
3
still
minutes.
coming with the right, Yablonski with the left, both taking a few, both giving a few here. As this second period coming to a close with some center ice fireworks, a couple of crossing rights, just hammering the face of me by
I
Yablonski.
like the play-by-play guy.
And with
He's
that,
going at it.
They're
Hammering
still
the
not done.
face of
They're
Yablonski.
waiting for ref
We're
off.
going to switch back
We're
to
gonna
the
keep
left.
going.
Oh, a battle of
I mean,
wills here.
the
Who's going to be the
balance.
one
I
to
was
go
saying
down?
this earlier. The
Some
balance of
big
these
loss
guys
by
is nuts.
Yablonski, and finally, there are no
What's
gas
happening?
left in the
Yep,
tank.
good shit, buddy. Yep, that was fun.
And the fans getting
Wow.
their money's worth here as they're
That was
saluting
nuts.
both Warriors.
There was a
Morasky
time and
happy
place
with
in
his
hockey when those guys were, your bell cow, your hero, your town's hero, Syracuse's guy.
Yeah.
Dude,
They're
he
like,
fought that.
What years were it?
Block.
Everybody else hated him. You know, when he came to Rochester, when he would go anywhere else, like they'd be like, oh, like fuck that Morasti guy. But in Cuse, that's our guy. That's our boy. He's fighting for us. Same thing as like a Rob Ray back in the day. You know, like anyone else hated him. Ty Domi for the fucking Leafs.
Here's his
You know?
latest one from 2015.
He's still doing it. He's still doing it at some fucking random, probably Czech fucking league. They tape their wrists because they're not real hockey players. They're fucking fighters.
Yeah.
Still doing it for a living.
Oh
Just
my
getting his
God.
fucking face
Oh
punched
my
in. Just,
God, he's getting hammered.
just standing, taking it, eating it.
Right.
I mean, how this
Hit
guy
me
still has a
harder.
brain.
Hit me
He
harder.
does this. He did this
Dang.
30 times a year for 15 years.
And CTE doesn't exist.
I mean,
Right?
it's just nuts. The man's a psychopath. So you know the show Shoresy?
Yeah.
That guy? He's a character on Shoresy, and they have a tour. They played in Buffalo where they play alumni of NHL teams, and he fought somebody that used to play for the Sabres.
Really?
Yeah, he fights every game. They just do it's kind of a real fight, kind of a fake fight. Like they're
Kinda
probably
like
not
a
punching
banana
a
ball?
knockout, but they're punching. Yeah, they're punching. Like it's a fight, don't get me wrong, but they're not trying to totally go through your skull. Like it's probably more of a, it's a fight, but they're not totally crazy of trying to knock you out. Or he might, I don't know, who knows? But
Yeah, he
he's
might
been punched in the face so many times he doesn't know what's a real fight or not anymore.
All right, buddies. I gotta get going. I got work.
All right,
man.
well, we left on John Morasti.
Start on Morasti, end on Morasti.
Yeah, let's get a shot going. I don't have that much left, so it's gonna be a quick one. Yeah, cheers. Cheers to
Cheers to
everybody.
you all. Take it easy.
Your man BJFF, Johnny Anchors, that guy. Follow us on Twitter. Go buy Rebirth of the Words book. Find it on Twitter. Sorry.
I got it. Hold on, let me go grab it.
All right, hurry up.
Plug something out.
His screen's like tweaking out.
Yeah, well, it's because it's his TV is going. So every time the
That's
TV.
why?
Yeah.
The TV. What?
Yeah, he's seeing the flashing of the lights, aren't you?
Oh, it's like it's strobing between your face and his face, and now he just went.
Oh, I don't know.
It's stupid.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
might be fucked up.
Go buy Rebirth
said
of the
this
Words
earlier.
book. Bomb book. Haven't read it yet. Hope it.
Journey through the origins of history.
Yeah.
It's a good book. I read a little bit last night. I did not do much of it, but it was mostly the intro and the beginning. It's a good read. I don't think it's too some of these books that you do read about this type of shit is very hard to understand. And I think he puts it in layman's terms that people able to fucking understand it.
And that's the type of shit that I'm into. I want to know the history
Yeah.
of history because only the victors write history.
A
So
lot
go
of
buy that
fucking
book.
references, man. A lot of biblical references. It's gonna be good.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is Mortal Sportsman. Again, BJFF, Johnny Anchors, that guy. Johnny Anchors, what do we say?
Go USA. USA hockey is do or die. Woo! Take it easy.
Hey!
Please.
I'm still here.